Here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, there's a feel-good story out of Oklahoma. A young man, he's walking 17 miles a day to get to and from his job at Buffalo Wild Wings. He was walking an average of 5.5 hours a day. Well, word got out there, and he was gifted a bike. He was also given $27,000 toward the purchase of a new car. It's also the story about a man whose bike was stolen and a different man who was scammed out of $27,000. Now, we're not saying that these things are related other than, bikes and very specific dollar amounts. One man loses a bike, one man gets a bike. One man loses $27,000, another man receives $27,000, But look, the truth is, whether you're the recipient or the thief, you got your hands on something for free. For example, a store was robbed of thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards. Around the same time, a 7-year-old kid was gifted thousands of dollars. And you guessed it, Pokemon cards. Good. We're not saying these things are related. I'm also saying they're not related. But today we're talking about things that you've gotten for free, right? T-shirts, tools, bikes, $27,000, whatever. But in our estimation, right, there's 3 ways to get something for free. It was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. So today we're playing a little game here in the men's room, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. This is how we're going to work this today. Today, tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it.
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9. KISW.
Hello, Pachols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,528. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You find 3 stories of people doing bad crap in the news.
Yeah.
You tell us the 3 stories. It's up to us to determine out of the 3 which story sucks the least. Is there a theme this week?
No, there's not really a theme, but some involve poop, some involve phones, and some involve twerking.
Okay.
There you go. Wide range.
Who Sucks Less is coming up at 4:30. And today we're going to talk about free stuff. Now, typically, free things in life are not common. That's not how things roll. Right. Like, for an example, this fine radio show. It is absolutely free. You get to listen to it every day.
And it's worth every penny.
For free. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it or not, it's free. Now, as far as you finding something, maybe you're new to town, you're just going through the dial, trying to find a radio station you like, you found KISW, and then somehow you found us.
Sure.
All right? Then you can steal stuff, like at Red Festival, when someone stole a 50-foot by 30-foot banner off of a highway overpass and took it home for the very own.
That's actually one of my favorite memories, just based on where the banner was. These guys taking it, and the guy responsible for printing it, there is no way that he can run up this ramp to catch the guys doing it. So we all just stood there. We watched the guys take it, and I was like, that's pretty awesome. The guy didn't think so much. He's like, dude, that cost a lot of money. I'm like, he didn't pay for it, but they stole it, and it was great.
Now, first story today is about somebody who got a gift, and this just happened this past Sunday. We go to Jonesboro, Arkansas. A $20 Mother's Day gift turned into a $50,000 win for a Jonesboro woman after her husband bought her a lottery ticket for Mother's Day during a snack run with the kids. They went to a Maverick gas station. While his kids were picking out snacks, Matthew's wife was checking out the $50,000 stack tickets. So when she walked out, he bought the $20 instant game ticket and was going to give it to her as a Mother's Day gift. So he gets into the car, he gives her the ticket. On the drive home, this guy Matthew's wife began scratching off the ticket. Then she started to bawl uncontrollably. She had won the top prize. She had won $50,000. He said, I couldn't believe it until I pulled over. When they went to pick up their winnings so far, the couple have only told their family and Matthew's boss. They didn't believe me at first. Had to send him a video of the ticket. The couple has not said what they plan to do with their winnings. That's a pretty good gift.
Okay, all right, but not to split hairs here. He bought it for her. The story ends with they haven't decided what they are going to do with the winnings.
Well, still, it's a gift.
Right. I'll buy a lottery ticket, say, for my wife, because I know whoever, quote unquote, wins the money, we're both in this together. I've always said to myself, because, a lot of uncles do this, and they'll buy their nieces and nephews lottery tickets at Christmas. And I always thought that's pretty cool. But the flip side is I'm the uncle, and I give it to one of my nieces or nephews, and I don't know, they hit for $50,000. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of irritated, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them, but also I don't have $50,000.
I did it for a white elephant, and somebody scratched off and won a few $100.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There was a person who won
Isn't
millions.
it kind of annoying?
I was very happy that the gift was good, but you're right. There's part of me that's like, that was the first one.
I used to have to walk around with the guy from the Maryland State Lottery, and they would tailgate outside of Ravens games. And we were working with the lottery, and we'd walk around, and you hand out free scratch-offs to people. Obviously, they're very happy to get these things. Now, I am dead broke at the time, but I remember we went to this one tailgate party. It's probably like 20 people there. They each got a scratch-off. As we're walking away, I hear one of these women just scream her face off. She won $10,000.
Right.
And
that's a gift.
I was happy for her, but also I'm like, I want that for me.
If someone gives you a lottery ticket and you win, that's a gift.
It is a gift.
Because you did not buy the lottery ticket.
No, I understand it's a gift.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's not a gift I give.
Right, exactly. Okay, now, as far as finding things, we stick with Mother's Day. A woman from Pennsylvania found a 3-carat white diamond at a state park in Arkansas. She found the diamond during a visit at the Crater of Diamonds State Park, which lives up to its name.
Okay.
Post said the visit brought an unexpected moment of life for the woman. She is healing from the loss of not only her son, but her father. She said the discovery was meant to be. The woman, Keisha Smith, named the jewel Zenovia Liberty Diamond in honor of her grandchildren and the significance of America's 250th year. Now, here's the deal on this state park. Diamonds have been found there. 37,000 diamonds have been found there altogether. Crater of Diamonds State Park is the only place in the world where people can look for natural diamonds in their original volcanic source. According to the park's website, people can search the 37-acre plowed fields for rocks, minerals, and gemstones. Anything they find is theirs to keep.
Correct.
So moments like this, they say, remind us why Crater of Diamonds State Park is such a special place. The largest diamond ever found in the park, I believe that was in 1924, a 40-carat stone. They called that bad boy Uncle Sam. But she found a 3-carat diamond. She has yet to have it appraised, but there's going to be some value involved in what she found.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That just seems fun, too.
It does, and he's right. It's the only place in the world they let you do that. Like, they know there's diamonds there. They're like, look, if you find it, you keep it, you can get the money for it, which is a very cool thing, and that is why people specifically visit that park.
Yeah. Now we enter the world of stolen and stay with Mother's Day. Volunteers at the Sioux City Railroad Museum discovered this week that money had been stolen from donation boxes throughout the facility over the weekend, estimated to be about $1,500 taken on Mother's Day. We have several boxes for donations throughout the complex, and they were all hit except one. They were actually ripped open, hinges were busted off, and the locks were gone. They said volunteers do not know where the locks or metal parts to the boxes went. The museum holds its annual Family Day on Saturday, which volunteers said was very successful. But on Sunday, the museum was not fully staffed due to it being Mother's Day. People showed up. But as far as the staff goes, they were short-staffed. Everyone was walking around with smiles and happy. It was a beautiful day for the community, for families. You see, the museum is absolutely free. Okay. Being Saturday was such a busy day, we were tired when we got out of there, so you didn't even register. Maybe take the money out. Sunday, there weren't any volunteers. Didn't even think about that. Maybe it's because it's not our normal. We just trust everyone. We've never had a problem. The museum does not have cameras inside of its buildings.
Wow.
Volunteers said they are putting the boxes back up, plan to secure them a little differently. We're going to think of a more secure way to secure the boxes.
Sure.
Without somebody coming through with a sledgehammer to get them out. As the museum operates on volunteers, donations, and grants, all events are free, and they just take offerings from the visiting guests of the museum.
And then someone takes those offerings.
So there you go. Okay. Now think about one of the last things that you've acquired for free. And then don't tell us that item. Well, tell us the item. Just don't tell us whether it was a gift, whether it was stolen, or whether you found it. For an example, I have one of the best pepper grinders that I've ever had in my life, all right? This thing is a machine. It's got 3 different settings on it. I can do very coarse. I'm addicted to this thing.
All right.
I got a big old thing of McCormick peppercorns.
Yeah.
Constantly filling that bad boy up. Now, did I buy this thing?
You stole it.
Yeah, I stole it.
Yeah.
I stole it from the McMenamin.
You did not spend money. Look, either it's a gift.
Well, look, but I stole it.
Or either it's a gift or you found it. But I'm like, there's no way. Even though you love it.
I found it on the counter of a bar of a McMenamin's.
Right. You're not going to spend the money on it. I mean,
No.
the first, big ticket item I stole, I didn't even call it a big ticket item, but at the time, a VCR. And I worked at Chi-Chi's at the time. They only had this VCR for training videos when they had new hires. And they would have the new staff sit in the bar and they'd watch the training videos, right? So you couldn't record, but it would play. And that's really all I wanted. So I arranged with a buddy of mine who did not work at Chi-Chi's. I disconnected it, took it out of the bar, put it in the trash bag, put the trash bag next to the dumpster out back, called my buddy Tony, because we had just moved out, all right? We had just moved out. We had a TV, didn't have a lot of stuff. And I said, look, man, there's a black trash bag next to the dumpster, got a VCR in there. He's like, I will be there in 10 minutes, right? There's no questions asked. We get home, watch a couple movies. It was great. It was fantastic. But my parents come by maybe 2 weeks after I'd moved out. You know, they're bringing food. They want to check out the new place and all this, little townhome in Baltimore. And they're looking around. They're like, that's a pretty nice TV. My roommate Matt at the time. He's like, it's an old one from my house. My parents gifted me this. He was on the level. My dad looks down. He's like, oh, you guys already got yourself a VCR. He's like, yeah, it's Stop Living. Whose is that? Well, then there's dead silence. So I'm like, that's me and Tony went half and half on that. He's like, okay. But the look in his eye said I don't believe you, because it was such an awkward answer. But we had the VCR. Fast forward about a week. One of the managers there points out to me, says, man, did you hear that somebody stole the VCR out of the bar? And I'm like, what? That's ridiculous. She goes, yeah. Be glad I didn't come by your house and watch a movie. That's all that was said about it.
That's all he said.
That's all she said about it.
Theft. Theft, I don't know. It's kind of a weird line.
Where's the weird line? The weird line of theft to me is Miles with the grapes at the grocery store.
All right, so hear me out. When I lived with all those guys in Baltimore, we needed a new TV. So everybody's going to pitch in. Now, obviously, we're coming from different worlds, right? I'm not making any money at the station, bartending, every dollar counts, so I don't want to spend a lot. Some guys have rich parents, I don't care. So what we did was we went to the store, and they had a sale on a certain brand. The TV we wanted was not that brand, but smart minds found out that you could just take off the label on one and put it on the other and get charged the price for the brand that was on sale.
I see.
So we didn't steal it.
Well, I've done that. I've switched tags.
It is.
I've switched tags on stuff. You're still paying for it. You're just getting it at a discount.
You're right. You're getting.
Have you seen those scams? Those guys go to the self
partial?
checkout with something different with
Of course.
with a barcode, and they scan that instead of the actual item. So they got a pack of pencils and are walking out with a blender.
Shouldn't it be like partial theft? You go like, okay, listen, I switched the tags on the TV. You're right. I should have spent $1,000. I got it for $250. So maybe I just get 3/4 of the sentence. So instead of 6 months in jail, I will do 3.5, 4 months, because I still bought something.
Right.
I was dishonest about how but I did spend money.
Okay.
You know.
All right, Ted, you don't know this one. I have recently acquired a brand new outdoor table.
Okay.
And 2 chairs for my yard. So they're like wrought iron type of. You know what I mean? Like the kind that hopefully won't break down like the last ones I had.
Yeah, you sit out there and have your tea. I get it.
Yeah. So, being that it's outdoor furniture, 2 chairs, 1 table. Did I steal it? Was it a gift? Or did I buy it? Or did I find it? Was it on the side of the road? Did I pick it up?
I don't feel like it was on the side of the road.
Could be in the neighborhood. They dump crap all the time.
I don't think you bought it. I feel like maybe you know somebody that was owns a establishment. It was like, hey, we don't need these anymore. Do you want them?
Close. My neighbor moved out.
All right.
And he got new tables. So I got a new table, new chair.
Yeah, there you go.
So it was a gift.
All right.
Yeah. I didn't actually steal it.
I don't think I've stolen furniture. I actually have to think about this now. Not recently, but back in my...
What do you mean? I have.
Now I'm going back to my 20s. Never mind. Never mind. I have.
You never stole porch furniture? Nothing?
Never stole porch furniture.
Because it's always
indoor
outside.
furniture.
It's outside.
Yeah.
How were you able to steal indoor furniture?
It doesn't matter. But there was a chair I told you about the chair that had the spring that poked out. And, right. Yeah. So eventually that was replaced. But again, this is the exact same place that we had the VCR. And eventually we managed to acquire a new to us chair based on some accidental recon. 5 of us lived there. So one of the other roommates may have tipped us off that, somebody has a very nice chair. And we're probably not really going to cross paths with them. We certainly won't invite them over here, but we know who this person is. And arrangements were made to procure the chair without exchanging money or letting the person know.
All right.
But it was an indoor chair, and it was a very nice.
Somebody had to get in their house.
That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
All
right.
Maybe a few of us.
So
it's a chair. It's hard to get in and out. And I mean, but that was straight up theft. I mean, like we broke into this person's house, and look, we could have taken a million different things. We just wanted the chair. And I remember we were giggling the whole time because it's so petty and it's so stupid, but we're at that age, and they had some what we perceived to be nicer things than we had, for sure. But we're like, we can't make it overly obvious. I'm like, but we're taking their chair. This is a piece of furniture, and it will be real obvious. So we did hear through the grapevine later. They never suspected us, but we had heard. This person was a coworker of one of my roommates. All right, so I vaguely knew them, but we knew of them. And one of my roommates came home and said, man, oh man, my coworker so-and-so is really upset. Someone broke into his house. I'm like, you don't say. And he's like, but he's losing his mind because he can't believe someone broke into his house and just stole the chair.
One chair.
So he keeps looking around. He's filed the cop report, all this stuff. But even the cops, I guess, were weird. Again, this is all secondhand information I'm getting. Even the cops are weird because they're like, sir, you're saying someone broke in your house. He's like, yes. And there's no Ring cameras or anything like that back in the day. And the only thing they stole was a chair out of your living room. He's like, yeah. So I guess the cops are kind of like, come on, man. Like they didn't believe him. Because who would break into a house?
Right. Steal a chair.
Your stereo's right there. Yeah. Your TV's right there. All this crap in your kitchen's there. They just stole the chair. They're like, okay, buddy.
Now, Ted, you remember my apartment in Baltimore? So yeah. I had a little studio in what should have been a dining room, but I was just taping whatever TV, Comcast commercials, that kind of crap at the time.
Toyota or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. So the studio I had set up, you noticed I had a really, really nice microphone, an AKG something rather.
Yeah,
but it was a nice microphone. Okay, the board that I was using to run my studio at home, the little Mackie I had. Did I steal that? Did I find that, or was that a gift?
You stole that.
I did not steal the board.
Really?
No.
Stole the mic.
It was a gift.
Okay, that's a nice gift.
It was a gift. It was a gift.
What did you steal in your studio?
Was somebody else stealing it and then said you could have it?
It was a gift. Like somebody I know had an extra one. I think they got a bigger one.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, do you want me to give you some money for it? Like, no, man, I've had it forever. These things are rock solid. They'll never go bad. You just.
What about your microphone?
Microphone. Now that thing was real expensive.
I'm saying you stole it.
$2,000.
Definitely stole it.
Yeah. One of those fell off the back of a truck kind of steals.
No, that was a straight out of the radio station stole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the microphones are super expensive. And when you're not making a lot of money, you ain't spending it on the microphone.
Yep. From the radio station I worked in Hagerstown.
When we first started working at The Rock, you have mic flags on your microphones. Picture a press conference, everyone shoves their mic in somebody's face, and you can see whether it's ABC, ESPN, all that kind of thing. That's your mic flag. So we had KISW mic flags. It was not attached to a microphone. It was just sitting around. So I took it home because I'm proud to be here. It makes me feel good. Anyway, I want to say it's my 50th birthday or something like that. Hair Club, my boss, he's looking around the house, and he looks at this shelf, and he's like, God damn it, man, I never gave you that. I'm like, okay, to be fair, I stole it. He's like, I know you stole it. I'm like, well, he just let it go. And I'm like, look, man, I wanted this because this is important. Yeah. And then he pointed at the other mic flag from Ravens Radio. It's like, they just steal that one too. I'm like, straight up, bro. And the problem with that was they did press conferences that ended up on TV. And our friend Gary Stein, I remember him freaking out because he couldn't find a mic flag when he's going to interview like coaches and all this. It's really important, man. I was like, I don't know what to say, Gary. Keep looking, man.
So here's what we're doing. You tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
The mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Kind of a big deal celebrating 55 years here, the Rock of Seattle. And we're having a concert. With the Black Crows.
I know, man.
That is a big deal. That is absolutely awesome.
Couldn't you just name the band the Crows?
That's exactly what I
I'm
was saying.
just saying. It's a little
Well,
redundant.
there's White Crows.
Oh, the White Crows.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, man. Just
But everybody calls them Black Crows.
they call the band Black Crow. When you see a
I don't-
crow, do you say,
you say,
look at that black crow
over there.
You just say, there's a crow.
Look at that black dog.
Yeah.
All right, I guess you're right.
Black cat is probably the most
Black
famous.
cat, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, I'm like, you just
But
say
if
a
they
crow.
were just the crows, it'd be like scarecrows. Like, nah, man, Black Crows.
Black
You're the
Crows.
only person that would ask that question.
Show is August 30th. That is a Saturday night at Tulalip Amphitheater. I've been up there a couple times. I saw Billy Idol with Castle and Taryn. That is an outstanding venue.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great night. By the way, those tickets are going to go on sale this Friday morning at 8 a.m. KISW.com. It is a 21 and over show. So it's going to be a little adult party as we
Uh-huh.
celebrate 55 years
Oh.
here on the Rock.
Turns out white crows do exist.
Do they?
They're extremely rare.
Okay.
They're called doves.
Do you see one? You can look. There's a white crow.
That's what you pointed out.
Because it's different.
Would you think
Look
it's
at
a
that
crow if you saw a white crow, right? Like, would you think it's a crow or just say what kind of bird is that?
I think so, because a crow looks like a crow. There's not a whole
'Cause
lot of...
they're
Well,
black.
there's ravens.
Yeah,
Right, but they're much bigger.
Yeah, you
So,
can tell the
a
difference.
raven's just a big crow. Let's call it what
Yeah,
it is.
pretty much.
Raven's
I mean,
a big crow.
I think crows.
Mike's right.
Hold
It
on,
still
let me-
looks like a
Right,
crow.
crows
it doesn't.
look like a crow.
It looks like a chicken.
There's not a whole lot of birds that
That
look
does not
like
look like
crows.
a
It looks like a chicken.
What?
It looks like a chicken.
It looks more like a chicken, man.
Yeah, it does.
I
Seriously.
don't know, man.
It's an albino.
It looks like a crow.
It does
Well,
not look
it
like
is
a
in
chicken.
fact-
Anything can be albino.
It is an albino one.
Would you go, there's an albino crow?
Would you know what that was? That thing lands on your trash can. I'd be like, that is a
I can only
freaky...
tell because the eyes are so pink.
I would think it's the end of time.
All right.
right. The apocalypse.
Again, Friday morning.
Beware the pale
Friday
crow.
morning, those tickets go on sale at 8 a.m.
For?
at KISW.com for the White Crows.
I mean, they are white, right?
Well, they don't have any black members.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they really are. the
That's
White
why it's
Crows.
almost more than subtle. Like, really, guys? You couldn't just be the crows.
I mean,
You're the
even-
black crows, then there's a bunch of white
Yeah.
dudes showed up. You
Even-
couldn't just be the crow.
Even the Allman Brothers and the Doobie Brothers had white and black members.
Yeah.
Not the black Crows.
They added the brothers.
Black keys, no white people.
There's
no
going to
black
be the
people.
doobies. Then the black guy joined, like, Doobie Brothers.
Average White Band had a couple black guys in it.
Did it?
Did they?
I don't know. Did the average white man? There's no way.
I thought they did.
Mike, look that up for us. Did
Average
they
white
have-
man.
I'm looking it
Average
up.
white man.
Average white man. Had a black dude.
See, I
Nice.
told you.
Do you think he lobbied to change the name? Like, seriously, man. Every time I tell people I'm in the band, the hotel won't check me in.
Right. Nobody's going to believe I'm in this.
Sure
I know.
you are.
I'm in the band.
You're in the Average White Band.
Oh,
my
yeah.
ass.
Okay.
Average white band.
Average White, right there.
Sure.
Okay, let's give this a shot. All right, question. Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to try to guess whether it was a gift to you, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
By the way, just real quick, on YouTube, Trent is saying, I think the drummer might be black now, the Black Crows.
Well, the original one wasn't.
No, the
Steve
original was
Gorman
not.
was not, but he's
Correct.
he's not in the band anymore.
Right. So I don't know. Let's see. Mike, what do you got?
I'm trying to see. I need to find something that says active drummer. Hang on.
So is he the Black Crow, if you're the one? You know?
Good day.
I don't think they call him
I mean,
that.
look, Black Sabbath threw me off.
Hey, look,
like,
man.
what the hell?
Rolling Stones had a black drummer for years.
Did they?
Yeah, they're going to do Brown Sugar, and he just played along with a frown on his
That's
face.
great.
No. The drummer that Wikipedia is showing is active is not black now.
Okay.
All right.
The Crows. Let's come see the Crows. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Traffic signal. An actual traffic signal that you stop at the light.
You stole it. I'm saying.
Not really.
Wait a minute, hold on.
What do you mean, not really? Okay, let me guess then. Let me guess. If you didn't actually steal it, I'm going to guess you work in the field, or perhaps you installed them or something like that.
Well, there's also this. There was a couple bars growing up.
Yeah.
And they had working traffic signals on the wall as
yeah.
art.
Yeah.
All right.
So it
I
could have
don't
been
think they
something-
stole them, however.
I don't either. But I mean, you could have gotten one from a bar.
I don't think they
they
gave them to
Do
you.
you want to hear the age that I got it?
What age?
16.
Okay, let me guess. You have an uncle or a relative that worked in a field that has something to do with that, and they gave you one of their used traffic signals.
No.
Damn.
So it's not. I didn't really steal it, but it was just on the side of the road, out of nowhere. When me and my friends were driving home, I told my buddy just stop. He's like, "What?" And I jumped out of the car, ran over, grabbed it, came back, and threw it in the back.
How heavy is it?
Yeah, how heavy
I mean,
is it?
because they have to be somewhat wind resistant, so you can still see what the signal is saying. So how heavy is it?
Funny thing is I am in the field too, so it's ironic, but they're about. This was a 4-light, so it was about 6 feet.
They're 6 feet tall.
35 pounds. It wasn't too heavy.
Okay.
It was still.
Were you?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Were you able to wire it to get it to work in your home?
See, that's the funny thing. So it actually fit inside the drywall. We had a party the other night, and there was a wall busted out. So I was afraid for my parents to see it. I got home, and it fitted right in. And I had hopes to hang onto it. And actually, I wanted to put it above a bathroom in my house and have it switched. So when you're in there.
Yeah. Would you, if you dropped a bomb, right, and like the bathroom reeked, you're not in there, is it like flashing yellow at that point?
That's what I'm, something funny like that. But the thing is that ironically, the house burnt down. So I never got it back. While they were scavenging through it, the person there told my parents that, hey, you could get in trouble for this. And, they gave it away. And I was so
Doesn't
mad.
matter. The house is burned down. What can I give you?
That's what they're telling me.
Really? I mean, really?
My house burned down, and you could trouble our truck.
We could put you in jail for this. Well, thanks. My house just burned down.
That person took it home. I'm like, I was so mad when I heard that.
It's like somebody arresting someone at a funeral.
You said there was a hole in the drywall of your house, but so you stuffed the light in it?
Yeah, right in between the studs. It fit perfectly.
And your parents were okay with that?
They didn't know. They had no idea that there was a hole in the wall. They just thought that I randomly found that light.
Well, you did randomly find the light. Mm-hmm. So is it illegal? I mean, like they said, you could have gone to jail or gotten in trouble, whatever. So
right.
It's on the side of the road. Okay, let me ask you this. When you saw it on the side of the road, had they replaced it with another traffic light, or was it now just a blank intersection?
See, that's the thing now, being in the trade, understanding. I think they were getting ready to replace it because it wasn't a little podunk town. So, you're not expecting any of that. But now that I've been in the trade and realized it, I think they were getting ready to. So it was just in my favor.
So that was the new one they were going to put in.
Probably.
All right. Well, you would know. You could see if it's weathered.
Right. How? So now that you're in the trade, do you have any idea how much they cost? Like, if you were to buy one of these, how much money are you dropping?
I bet you can't buy one.
That's more of a project manager. But I'm saying I'm saying they're up in the grands. They're expensive.
That's one of those things. That's one of those things you probably could get, like, if you have proper license from like Granger.
Yeah,
or one of those places. Yeah.
Right.
And also, we're talking back in late '90s, early 2000s. So things have changed with how they're worked and everything with PLC. So there's more wiring and stuff going on these days with everything like that.
Okay,
so,
but I think even if you have the license to buy one, I think there still has to be some authentication because you don't just buy a traffic light. Like, you're doing it on behalf of a municipality, right? I feel like you have to have some paperwork that says, like, okay, yes, I'm buying this on behalf of,
That's still a fine line. That's still a fine line. You found it, but you knew what it was going to be used for. So it's a fine line between finding that thing and stealing it.
Look, you can find a lot of things, but you're stealing it if you steal it. And to his point, because it was not weathered, and obviously it is new, you knew at that moment you're stealing it. Had it been weathered or broken, then, in my opinion, I found it.
Okay. All right.
That's just me. But I'm not a cop or a lawyer, so do not take my advice.
So tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
And I feel like most bars that have those stoplights, they're like the giant ones that anybody can buy. They're not as thick.
What do you mean? Like a decorative.
Right, like Spencer's used to sell them.
Yeah, but they had smaller ones. Yeah.
I mean, they had pretty big ones. But I'm just saying, they're not as big as the ones on the street.
No.
They still wouldn't be cheap.
Everything on the road is bigger than you think it is.
Massive. It definitely is, yeah. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I acquired at first Joe Coy tickets times 2, and I'll get to that later. And then also Guns N' Roses tickets, concert tickets.
How long ago was the Guns N' Roses show?
Maybe a decade.
All right, and these are two separate occasions?
That could have been a paper ticket, but I don't believe the Joy Coy show was. I think that was something that you had to have on your app.
And they were right. They were within, within a couple of months of each other.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you said about a decade ago. You're right. So probably no more paper tickets. So I'm going to guess you won them.
Bingo.
All right. Yeah, because Miles made a good point. If it's not a paper ticket, it has to be in your phone or the app or
if
whatever.
you find one outside the Tacoma Dome, you pick it up like, oh, look, guys, here's an extra ticket to the show. Those days are gone.
Yeah, I know, which sucks.
Because,
So the way that I won them was from a little radio station. You guys might have heard of them, KISW.
Oh, the station sucks.
Yeah,
Terrible, yeah.
Yeah, so it was, I think it was Beat the Producer. And and this is the Joe Coy tickets. Well, so my buddy and Eric, we go over to Seattle, where we live in Bremerton. So, ferry over there and everything. And I've won quite a few tickets. Thrill, you've sent me to Scorpions back in the day, so I know how this game works. And I go up to Will Call, and they got nothing for me. And I said, well, no, I beat the producer, KSW. She goes, yeah, there's nothing here. So, well, can I talk to your manager? I'm trying. They go, yeah, this is the file right here where we usually have the tickets, and it's empty. And we're blowing up your guys' phone, which isn't going to help. We're going to talk to the late night DJ who can't do anything. We're commenting on your Facebook threads and this and that, and got nowhere. And I kept going up to Will Call, and this gal, I'm trying for a good hour, and my buddy says, dude, if we leave right now, we can catch the 10:30 ferry. And if you miss that 10:30 ferry, the next one is 12:50 in the morning. So she goes, I'll tell you, right before we leave, she goes, I'll tell you what, see those group of 4 over there? I was supposed to be a group of 6. 2 of their friends couldn't make it. They brought 2 tickets up here. I said, what do you tell me? She said, the tickets crossed, and she said, enjoy the show.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Did you have the same trouble with Guns N' Roses, or was that just with Corbin tickets?
So those were also a gift, because Monday morning rolls around, and Brian Thorpe is checking his email box and seeing all these Facebook posts. And
got to do damage control on you.
Yeah.
So then he gets a hold of me, and he says, I'm so sorry. There was an intern. Somebody messed up. I don't know who. Your tickets were supposed to be there, and they were not. He said, look at our concert calendar, and over the next year, pick any concert that's on there, and I will get you tickets.
Awesome.
Damn.
He won a couple years ago. He won a boat, man, from the Mariners.
Yeah.
And that guy won a boat. A boat.
I'm not
a freaking
tell
boat.
Him, I'm not going to tell him that we ended up getting in to see the show anyway. We had to walk home, dragging our heels,
What else? You picked Guns N' Roses, so you had a year to figure this out. What were some of the other concerts that you considered going to?
That was the best one. The other stuff was like Battle at the Boat, MMA, and just, some,
You picked the highest value, most entertaining show possible.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I do the same thing.
I don't know. I don't know if that's really stealing or whatever. Like,
no.
Yeah, right. Like, you went there, the tickets weren't there. You did luckily end up getting into that show and got the other ones.
And Will Call gave them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ends up being a gift.
All right, so tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, look, I've done it just with like a media credential, and then been backstage somewhere, and somebody was like, "You're not supposed to be back here," and I'm like, I have no idea. I think I went to the wrong thing. And
Were you being on the level?
Yeah, I just kept saying, man, that seems odd. Like it should be here. And finally, they were just like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then, right, same kind of thing. Like, I dead ass thought I should be in there, but I wasn't.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I just kind of made my argument enough, and like I wasn't lying. So I think they were just like, "All right, go ahead."
I mean, that's how we snuck on the field for an NFL game. All we had were media passes for the Ravens, right? But everyone at any major sporting event just wears lanyards, and rarely does anyone actually look to see what your lanyard says.
So we got like a stack of 6 of them on our necks.
And we were like, just walk fast, look angry, right? Because anyone who has something to do at these kinds of events, that tends to be what they do. If you have a clipboard handy, that's a meal ticket right there. So we made it all the way through the bowels of the stadium. We are about to walk out of the tunnel where the players come out. You can hear the roar of the crowd. We can see the daylight. And there's a solo security guard sitting on a stool. He's the first guy that's going to check our credentials. And he looks at us, and he's like, guys, you can't go onto the field. Now, luckily, he recognizes Miles. He goes, hey, man, were you Steve Austin? Or what was it, the Colt or whatever the classic was? Mm-hmm. Bro, you gave me Journey tickets 10 years ago. Honest to God. He let our ass on the field.
Yeah.
Like, Journey tickets.
Journey.
10 years ago.
No Steve Perry, just Journey.
Just Journey.
Just Journey.
Hey, it worked.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
A few years back, I acquired a 14-foot tall, three-dimensional cardboard and wood statue of a grizzly bear.
This sounds like theft.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something I would steal.
This sits in an outdoor garden center type environment.
Right.
You can, get a bird fountain and, a lion or whatever the hell they got. So I'm going to, unless it was in a restaurant, could have been in a restaurant.
Yeah.
It says cardboard. So can you put this thing outside? Let me ask you that.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
It actually ended up at Terran's.
Yeah, it's massive.
Oh,
I've
so you
seen-
know this thing.
Oh,
Okay.
I know it well.
Is it, so she might be, there's a possibility she has stolen merchandise at her home.
Well, she also went to Wazoo, and Wazoo has a lot of drinking. I'm saying you got drunk and stole this thing with some buddies.
Actually, okay, so it's kind of a middle ground. So Earth Day a few years ago, this company got this French artist to make this huge statue. Cost like $20,000 or something to do. It sat down in the park next to Mohi for like a day or two around Earth Day, and then and I was actually hired to do security for it, and then to take it off and put it back on or take it out when we were done. And so the last day came, and we loaded it on the truck. We took it down to the transfer station in Soto, and we put it in the recycle area. And I kind of just looked at it, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel right, that I can't just leave this thing with having only had 2 days of life. And so I'm calling all my buddies that night, trying to get somebody to come with me. Finally, I got our buddy Lance the next morning to drive out to Soto. And so they, the company had sacrificed it to the transfer station. Well, when we got to the transfer station, I got there at like 6 a.m., all the guys are showing up to work, and I'm like telling them this story. I'm just spinning a tale like, oh my gosh, like this school built this, and like they weren't supposed to throw it away, and like, is there any way you guys can help? Because this thing weighed like 100 pounds, and so the guys at the transfer station are like, all right, whatever. So they put it on a forklift and put it in the back of my truck, and then I hauled it all the way back to Stanwood. And I did end up losing the foot on I-5. The foot of the bear fell off. But,
Man, I'm going to say that's a gift, right? Because technically speaking, you went through all the protocols. You did the right thing. It got to the point that it's going to be destroyed. The guys that are responsible for its potential destruction were like, F it. If you want it, take it. Yeah, to me, that's a gift.
Spinal Tap, I don't know if they were in town doing a show, if it was their last show. But somehow Soundgarden, and I remember Cornell telling this story, they acquired the skull.
Yeah.
It was like hanging from the back of the show. And I don't know if it was part of the movie prop. I don't know if they were on tour and using this thing. I don't know what the deal is. But somehow Soundgarden got a hold of this thing. So I don't know if it's been lost in storage. Somebody has that damn thing.
Somewhere, yeah.
But they've never, either someone has it and knows it and it's hanging like in, I don't know, Jeff Ament's house or something like that, because I think he was the one who restored it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And gave it to Soundgarden so they could use on stage. But somebody has got that thing.
But it was a gift, right? From Spinal Tap to Soundgarden.
But I'm not sure if it's, since that point, it has been stolen.
Right.
Or somebody has it. But it's definitely hanging in somebody's house or in someone's storage unit.
Oh, God, I'd hang it up in a heartbeat.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
What if everything you learned in history class was only half the story? I'm Dr. Herney Bott, host of Hidden History. Every Monday, I go where history gets mysterious. Vanished civilizations, doomsday prophecies, paranormal phenomena, and events that science still can't fully explain. On Hidden History, I treat these moments like open case files. Not myths, not superstition, just incomplete explanations waiting for a closer look. Listen to and follow Hidden History, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Police in Florida are investigating two males who hopped a fence at a high school, entered a building through an unlocked door. They rode bicycles and used other equipment intended for special needs kids. Stole $50 worth of lanyards, and also got away with approximately 100 hot dogs and ice cream, valued at $60. It's happened in the middle of the night last week. It sounds like the thieves could have been students or young adults, but that's not 100% clear. Either way, police are asking for the public to help with any of this information and asking parents to look and see if they've got 100 hot dogs in any of the refrigerators in their home.
I feel like that's got to be other students.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs.
90 bucks.
They'll steal those next.
I feel like it'd be easier to hide the hot dogs than the ice cream.
Yeah, because of freezer space.
Correct.
But I get the feeling you'd eat a lot of that ice cream before you can eat the hot dogs.
So tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
What's going on, bitches?
Hola.
So in the last couple of years, I got 2 cars. 2 different cars, 2 makes and models.
Boy, I hope you stole them, but I don't think you did. I'm going to guess
I'm going to say it's a gift.
gift. Yeah.
Well, one I went to go buy. Actually, I went to go buy both of them. But the first one was a Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider. I was working at a 55 and up community, and lo and behold, a granddaughter came in to help grandma move out and left her car behind. And I was talking to her beforehand. I'm like, what's up with it? She's like, what's for sale? It's got issues. I just don't want to bring it back to Texas. I'm like, cool. What do you want? She's like, $400.
$400.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, the front end was cracked up and smashed in, but it's still drivable. It was fine. I've got friends that have parts cars for whatever. But I go back later on. She already wrote me a bill of sale because I didn't have cash on me. I come back and she's gone. I go to the office. They're like, yeah, they were here yesterday. They took the rest of grandma's stuff and they left. The car's in the garage. Well, I've got a bill of sale. I've got the car now.
Okay.
All right.
How'd you get the second one?
The second one, same thing. I've got a vehicle, and my ex-skank, whatever you want to call her, her kid had a car that I was going to buy for parts for a couple $100. Hammond and Han wasn't sure yet where I was going to put it. He hits me up. He's like, hey, I need my garage back. Just come get it. Just come get it. Take it. Okay.
All right.
So,
Well, sounds like the son was a cool dude.
oh, yeah. He's cool. His mom is a POS.
Skank. We got that. How many vehicles are on your property right now?
4 or 5.
5. And how many of them are drivable right now?
5.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yep.
Good for you. What all do you have?
Right now I'm in a Tundra.
Okay.
I'm doing that for work. I've got a Scion XB. My girl's got an XB, a Mustang, and then a right-hand drive from Japan.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay, man.
That's a lot of insurance money.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me.
Have you thought about parting with them? Like Ted said, man, you picked up tabs, yesterday or Monday, whatever.
How much was it?
Mine aren't that bad as my car is really old.
Okay. That helps.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
between...
she's got 4 cars with 4 personalized plates, too, so that's what's the killer.
How much are personalized plates?
Do you have one that says skank?
That one's taken.
All right.
I don't think. How much are they?
Depending on the vehicle, they're anywhere from 120 on up.
Okay. That's not the worst. If you ever want to see personalized plates, honest to God, drive through the state of Virginia.
Yeah.
Correct.
I believe per capita, there's more personalized plate, and you definitely notice, right? You will drive up and down the East Coast, and they're typically, XBR 571. Once you get to Virginia, it's like Groove Man.
I don't want people...
Cactus Face. I mean, every freaking body in Virginia.
Based on the way I drive, I do not want my license plate to be
Identifiable.
identifiable just through just being able to read it.
Right.
Yeah. Again, my brother lives in Northern Virginia. He has personalized plates.
What does it say?
So years ago, when I always talk about Arsenal or whatever, and he's like, I'm going to get into soccer, English soccer. So Everton at the time, Tim Howard was playing goalkeeper.
Okay. Yeah.
Landon Donovan was over there on a loan, and they had one other American player. So he's like, oh, basically, if you're an American, he was like, I'll cheer for Everton. So he got an Everton specific plate.
All right.
I don't think he took into, he didn't think about how many Liverpool fans would hate him as that's their arch rival.
Oh, yeah.
So when my niece was in high school, she texted me once. She's like, some guy is yelling at me, but I don't know what he's so mad about. I'm like, is he in red? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, he's a Liverpool fan. It's your Everton plate.
I like that you piece it together. Is he wearing red? Okay, here's your situation. Yeah. So did he have personalized plates before he got to Virginia?
No.
I'm telling you.
Never had them.
Something happens when you get there.
Well, they're called vanity plates for a reason. Because people are vain there.
They definitely.
Well, also, though, the other day on the road, I saw an awesome one. And honestly, I took a picture and sent it to Taryn. Because they were like Washington State Cougar plates.
All right.
But then it had a spelling of Shakedown, right? Like Shakedown Street.
Yeah.
Dead. So I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
That is
good for that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, TJ. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
6-foot drill press, as well as a truckload of other tools, a lot of them brand new.
A 6-foot drill press, meaning that it stands 6 feet off the ground on the floor.
Yes.
How deep can that thing bore?
About 12 inches or so.
All right, what's a practical application for that thing? Like, I mean, are you putting up a skyscraper?
Well, it let's see, it belongs to a contractor.
You know what? I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess you. I want to say gift, but I'm going to guess you stole it only because you hear so many guys in the industry losing a truckload of new tools. I'm guessing you stole it. Okay, good.
Actually, what happened is the neighbor a couple of doors down from my friend's house was having her son, a contractor, store his tools there, and she was tired of having it stored there and didn't want them. So I got a whole truckload of tools free, and it filled the whole bed of my truck.
And what about the son? Does he know his tools are gone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And he still lives down the street, too.
And he never said anything about it?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, that's
so it's a gift,
gift, man.
Yeah, that's
all right.
That qualifies as a gift.
That worked. Damn. Good for you, man. I mean, if you work with tools and get that is a sweet deal.
Yeah. Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to try to guess if it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Bacholas.
Hola.
So, long-time listener, first-time caller. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, about 10, 12 years ago, I acquired a pre-built gaming PC from Best Buy.
Okay.
All right, there's the possibility that he worked there, and it says, I don't know.
Well, they went out of business, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Good. No, Best Buy, they're still around.
Best Buy's still around?
They are still around.
All right.
Still around.
I'm thinking of Circuit City.
Yeah, that one's gone. Best Buy's still around.
And what was it again?
A pre-built gaming PC.
The podcast Campus Files is back with more stories of scandal, crime, and intrigue on college campuses.
It is not hard to destroy a college.
It's almost like a university under siege.
Listen to and follow Campus Files. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Pre-built. I think it's a gift. A gift.
I think you stole it.
Yeah, I'm with Thrilled. Some kind of promotion. You worked there. You got it. It was free.
So technically, you could say maybe I stole it. The case, the case on it has like a screen on the side glass, right? It's like a monitor, and so I ordered it. It's like over $2,000, and it arrived, and it was cracked. So then I called in. I'm like, hey, this arrived cracked. Da-da-da. They're like, all right, tell you what, we'll refund you. You bring it in and just buy another one on the shelf. It's in stock. I said, all right. So they refunded me. I go in and go, hey, this is cracked. I'm here to turn this in. They're like, oh, you're exchanging it? I'm like, yeah. And they go, okay. And they exchanged it, gave me a new one, said, good to go. And they never charged my card again.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I wonder, like, legally speaking, and I really don't know the answer to this, is that considered theft, right? So you go to the store, you pay for something with the $10 bill, they give you change for $20. You figure this out, I don't know, an hour later. You don't go back to the store to return the money. I mean, is that theft? Are you doing something illegal, right? Because technically it's on their end to make sure that they recharge you, but they didn't. And yes, you could have brought it up, but still, I mean, is that considered theft? There's no
it seems to me
rules.
like an accounting error.
Yeah.
I mean, you assume that maybe you assume maybe your credit card will be charged at a later date. So your intent when you walk out is not to steal it. Your intent, they just messed up.
They messed up, but think about it like this, right? People go to the ATM, and for whatever reason, this thing spits out, $100 bills. Well, it makes the news, and they always make the point like, hey, you came in to withdraw $200. We know you got $10,000 because of an error. Yeah. It is on us. But they still come after your ass for the money. I just didn't know if it's the same thing with something like that.
So they got the camera and everything else.
Yeah.
So tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
There's a guy in Russia going through that now. So his It's from his employer. Somehow their wires got crossed on their end. He is not running a scam on them, and they basically paid him $80,000 in overtime pay on a single check. He wasn't working overtime, none of that. This is on their end. They're asking, and Russia obviously has different laws. They're asking for the money back, obviously, and he's refusing to say that I didn't do anything. I did nothing wrong here. And the way I interpret this, and he's lying, but it says the way I interpret this, you were giving me an $80,000 bonus because I didn't ask for this. It showed up on my check. It is signed by you guys. It is from here, and I cashed it. The bank did not put a stay on it or anything, so it's in my account. I'm not giving it back. Like, are you stealing?
He's going to fall out window.
Yeah, he will fall out the window.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Johnny. Welcome to the men's room.
Good evening, fellas.
Hola.
How are you?
Doing great, man.
Hey, it was a 55-inch Hitachi big screen TV, 1987.
Those were pretty expensive back then. Price of TV's gone down.
I'm saying you stole it because Miles is right. That costs an ass ton of money back in the day.
No one's gifting you that.
Yeah.
Nope and nope.
Okay.
Cat Rock 100 in Oklahoma City. I wanted off a radio station.
What?
Yeah! They were sitting on the service road right outside of Edmond, Oklahoma, right outside Oklahoma City. I rolled up and I sit down on the couch with all the guys that were the morning crew. And they're like, well, hey, listen at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we might be calling your name. I said, all right, well, lo and behold, they called my name. I called my best friend. Hey, get your truck. Let's go to the station. I just want a big screen TV. He said, no way, Johnny Brown. I said, no. There we go.
All right.
Man.
That's pretty cool.
Now, but you ever want anything from a radio station?
I mean,
like when you're a kid.
I've stolen things from them.
Oh, I mean, I've stolen stuff from a radio station because I work at them. Come on.
Right.
But I mean, when you're a kid, there was always giveaways. You always tried to be that person.
My dad
to win.
won tickets to go up to the Big East basketball tournament in March one year.
Damn.
From a sports station in D.C. There's a massive blizzard. He is deathly afraid of snow. I think he was in an accident.
I know how your father was.
A child.
I get it. Yeah.
Right. So my brother's like, I got a Jeep. We call the station. And now that I work at radio, I get it. And the guy that answered the phone's like, yeah, if you can get out here, you can have the tickets. And I remember when we showed up, he was just like, I can't believe you guys actually drove in this weather. Yeah, we hopped on the Amtrak. We went up to New York City, got robbed as soon as we got off the train at Penn Station. But yeah, that's what we won. We still used the trip.
That's pretty cool, man. All right.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but it evens out with the robbery, Because you really didn't pay anything, but you lose at the end,
He did lose money on that, yeah.
Right, and again, if Chris is 20, right, like I'm like 12 or 13, so I mean, they picked the right two guys to rob.
They robbed a 12-year-old.
Yeah, so remember, it's a blizzard, and I don't know if anybody's ever been in New York City, but Penn Station is, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think Central Station's probably nicer.
Yeah.
So we get out there, and this guy's just like, do you guys want a cab? We're like, yeah. And he did it for the woman in front of us. Not a big deal. And he was just smart. My parents had given us probably, however, like $200 in cash. And he goes, you got change for 100. Chris hands it to him. He takes off, chased him for a little bit. Then he just pulled out a gun. He was like, I'm tired of running. So
we're tired of chasing.
We learned the lesson very quickly.
Okay, how about this one? Isn't that this was in Georgetown where you used to 10 bar, right?
Yeah.
Right outside of D.C., and Georgetown goes off on the weekends, right? I mean, everyone in the world goes there to go bar hopping and all this. But it is very difficult to find parking. There was a rather large parking lot, kind of centrally located, and there's three guys total that worked the parking lot. So when you pulled in, I think it was like $20 to park, and they maintained the security of your vehicle while you did whatever it is you're going to do. And they did this for years. And I remember every time we went down, there's always the same guys. They collected the cash, right? And no big deal. Never had a problem with them. About a year later, I read that they don't charge to park in this parking lot. It's free parking. But these guys, they dressed to the nines, kind of, and they were always kind. They never threatened anyone. Everyone knew. They just made stacks of cash every weekend. But none of us, not a single one of us, knew that it was not a paid parking lot. So, I mean, is it? There's deception for sure. But is it theft or robbery? It's definitely not robbery. I don't even know if it's theft because we were very agreeable to handle the money. They were very professional. Yes, their entire operation was illegal, but they were very professional. They were very cordial. They give people directions. They helped you if you were drunk, stuff people back into the car. But they did this for years before, I guess, the authorities finally got wind of
parking. They used to do that at Pimlico.
But Pimlico is different
because you're parking in someone's yard.
This was no property.
It's still a shakedown.
And they were protecting you. These guys were just smart enough to be like, people will pay the $20.
That's and they did. And they always had to, and they would give you change, whatever the situation. So I'm like, is that I know it's illegal, but what is that?
I would also say, too, like, finding parking in that neighborhood
was terrible.
Right. Yeah, well, it's almost likely to say it was hard. As I worked down there, and I mean, we would have to show up to work a half hour early to just find a parking spot.
Well, the Preakness, they would say, look, the sign would say $10 parking. And you pull up, and the guy would say $20. He said, well, the sign says $10. He said, it's $10 to park. It's $10 for your car to look the same when you get back out of the race.
Yeah, and there's the thing. But it's on their property.
Yeah.
It's on their property. Yeah. In fact, so there's a grocery store near this racetrack. So when Preakness shows up, thousands of people descend on this racetrack, and it's in the middle of a neighborhood. That's why you could park in someone's yard, but you did not do it for free. And Miles is right. There's a sign that says what it costs to park, and then the additional negotiation to make sure your car is still there or the windshield's intact when you get back. It's that kind of neighborhood.
And there's a bunch of 12-year-old and 13-year-old kids with all the stolen buggies from the grocery store who are willing to wheel all that crap in for you. You don't even need a ticket to get in if you're a kid with a cart, because they'll just let you in.
Because you could bring a case, you could bring a keg, you could bring what you want. So the kids, they would line up, and they have all the shopping carts, right? Everyone would dump their booze in, and these kids would walk you in. And you give them like $5, $8. They weren't trying to shake you down. They're just like, look, if you don't want to carry it, we will wheel it in for you. And everyone took advantage. And you knew goddamn well they stole the shopping carts. At the end of the race, those same kids, kind of like cabs at the airport, they're waiting for you to come out, because sometimes you had an empty keg, or more times than not, someone in your party was real hammered, and they would physically dump your ass into the shopping cart.
And wheel you back
to your car. So this went on for years. So finally, the grocery store, and I thought this was cool of them, they said, look, we know you sons of bitches are going to steal our shopping carts because Preakness is coming up. This happens every year. And as a result, they would have to replace the shopping cart. So the deal they made with the kids, and God bless the kids because they honored it, they said, look, just steal the shopping cart, make your money. At the end of it, bring the goddamn shopping cart back to the grocery store. So this one day, essentially, the grocery store almost closed down because they're like, look, we don't have shopping carts for you because all the kids have them. And these kids, once the deal was kind of struck through media, like, bring them back when you're done, and no questions asked. The kids would bring the shopping carts back. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of cool.
Is that Saturday? Preakness?
Is it this Saturday? Or is it next Saturday?
I always forget.
Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
3 weeks in between the Derby and the Preakness, and then 2 weeks before the
Belmont. I'm not
Belmont.
Preakness is this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. Okay. All right. Guaranteed to pour rain. Just know that. It'll dump rain.
When they do helicopter coverage of Preakness, just look at the outskirts, and I bet you will see a ton of kids with shopping carts. And if you're wondering what that is, that's exactly what we just told you.
Real quick, in Michigan, because you get more for the can.
Yeah.
When you're tailgating, like, you got to bird dog your beer because kids will come by and just dump it out.
And you can for the money.
Way.
Yeah. But also, it was funny sitting there with our buddy Bernie, and we had a trash can, but he just tossed it over his shoulder. I said, what are you doing? He goes, hang on, man. Give it like 30 seconds. So can I take this? Sure. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
I'm Sally Helm with the podcast History This Week. In each episode, we serve as your eyes and ears into history's biggest events, major elections, world wars, scientific breakthroughs. But we also bring you into the smaller, behind-the-scenes stories, the unsung heroes, secret meetings, even personal grudges that changed the course of history. Listen to and follow History This Week, an Odyssey podcast in partnership with the History Channel. Available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Mamá, cuéntame otra vez sobre el día en que nací.
Fue muy difícil. Pensé que podríamos morir a solas.
Pero entonces apareció el hospital de campaña.
Jesús nos envió ayuda. Y pronto dormías tranquilamente en mis brazos.
Wow, Jesús envió todo un hospital solo para mí.
Jesús nos ama, hija.
Samaritan's Purse ayuda a madres en todo el mundo. Visita Samaritan'sPurse.org para apoyar a madres necesitadas.
Hey, y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together, we host the podcast Reality Gaze.
We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one.
So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all.
New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast.
Gaze, let's flow.
Explore Europe the striped way with Condor Airlines. Fly nonstop to Frankfurt and connect across Europe. From Venice to Barcelona to Budapest, your vacation starts on board. Condor, 70 years of passion in the skies. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room.
Who's Next Last coming up at 4:30 right after emails on our question. Tell us what you acquired for free. We're going to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chuck. Welcome to the men's room.
Thank you, guys.
Hola.
So I acquired a hot tub.
A hot tub.
That was a gift.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
That was a gift.
Yes, but now, of all things, it was a brand new hot tub right at the beginning of COVID. So they were very hard to get.
Who gave you a hot tub at the beginning of COVID?
It wasn't so much given to me. It was Amazon. Let's just put it that way.
Amazon gave it to you.
What are they?
Can they give me one?
Yes.
What do you think, Mike?
My guess is that maybe through some sort of a loophole, he talked to Amazon customer service and they said, you know what, go ahead and keep it.
Is Mike tracking on this?
Sort of.
I've seen people do something
really
like that
Amazon.
So how exactly did you acquire this thing?
So it was during COVID, I was trying to get one of these hot tubs. Everything was going up. It was the last one of this particular one. Ordered it, showed up. Just the container itself was beat to heck. Looked in there, and sure enough, the main pump heating system was just smashed. And they didn't have any more, couldn't return it. Reached out to the manufacturer saying, hey, can you send me a new pump? Because of COVID, they weren't making them, didn't have any spares at the time. Reached out to the seller. Seller didn't have anything. Seller said, just cut the warning label out of the bottom of it, take a picture of it, and we'll refund you. And I told him, I'm not going to cut this up. I'll just send it back for a refund to Amazon. But I went out and looked at it, and it was just a sticker. Pulled the sticker off, took a picture of it, sent it to the seller, and next thing I know, I got refunded. Didn't have to send it back. So
were you able to eventually fix it?
Yeah, actually, I took it apart. Other than cosmetically, I didn't replace the outer plastic, but the inner parts were fixable. I fixed it for about $10 and worked for years till I got rid of it.
Awesome. All right. Okay.
$10 hot tub.
Well, I mean, it was damaged when it got there. It wasn't operational.
Right.
Thumbs busted and everything else.
Still, $10 hot tub, not bad, man.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
$10 hot tub sounds like a scam.
It sounds like a really bad movie.
Yeah.
Join us now for $10 Hot Tub, the off-Broadway production. Hello, Dylan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Off Broadway. It's in Jersey.
Right.
Well, I'll say it real quick. Very, very long time listener, first time caller.
Oh, well,
thank
on
you
the show, man.
Appreciate it, man. So what did you acquire?
I acquired a 2000 Ford Excursion. It was lifted. It was it was just a big truck, basically.
Okay.
On some weird level, I feel like you found it.
I think it was a gift.
Yeah, I'm with Miles. Somebody was tired of it. Didn't want to deal with it anymore.
It was kind of a mix of all three. So my mom stumbled upon it because she and I worked at the same dealership. I was a detailer, and she was in sales. And one of her customers was trying to trade it in. She stumbled upon the customer and was like, hey. But it was actually the customer's husband's truck, and she drove like 4 hours, but forgot the title to trade it in. So she bought the car she was looking for and left the truck with us until she could get a hold of her husband, who was overseas. And we got a hold of her husband, and he was just like, just take the damn thing. We don't want it. And so I drove it for that winter. He sent the title over. I drove it for that winter. It was just a big lifted, had a winch on the front. It was a former rescue vehicle.
Oh, damn.
So it was just built 200,000 miles, but ran just fine.
That's cool. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
How long did the truck last?
It lasted until I sold it. So it was just impractical for me to keep at the house. I had a little tiny Honda at the time, and it got really icy that winter of 23.
Okay.
And they don't salt the roads near my house, so I just decided to have a truck for the 4x4, and then I just sold it that spring.
How much did you sell it for?
$4,000, but the title was in my mother's name, so she only gave me $500.
Oh, boo. Always the salesperson. You know? Always the salesperson.
That's why she works in sales.
Yeah. Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay. Back in the 80s, my first car was a 69 Dodge. And I spent a lot of time in the wrecking yards trying to find upgrades. And
that's a tough gift for a first car.
I worked at Domino's in West Seattle. And there was a chop shop next door.
Okay.
So I kept track of all the cars that were in the chop shop, and all of a sudden there was a 69 Satellite with 383 4-speed, and I did, I'm in the area, so I found it, and I dragged it a half a block from my house, and basically stripped it. Now, does that count as a secondary stealing?
So, like, you stole
from someone who stole it.
Yeah.
Someone who stole it.
So the chop shop had already stole it. And I found it 3 blocks away, and I dragged it over by my house. I don't know if that counts as stealing or not, but I got a lot of parts off that car.
Oh, so you basically just used it for parts for your other car?
Yes.
Yeah, that's stolen.
I mean, it's like, I don't know if it's stealing, but it's not a crime. I don't know, like, are the cops going to arrest you if you rob a drug dealer?
Well, I called the city to have them tow it away once I got all the parts I wanted off of it.
All right, so
you still did the responsible thing. I mean, look, technically,
after you strip the whole damn car of everything you needed.
But they don't know that.
That could be a transmission.
The
that
chop
could be,
shop could have taken all of it.
That could be fenders. That could be, quarter panels. It could be a door, windshield,
Yeah.
seats.
I think I would have been more afraid just stealing from the chop shop.
That would have been my thing, right? But, I mean, it's still theft, but it's one of those things like, look, I shake you down for $10,000. I find out later that the $10,000 I stole from you was $10,000 that you stole from a bank. Like, it's still theft. It's kind of...
But it's transferring stolen property.
But I guess the difference would be if I know you robbed the bank, because he knows that was a chop shop. So, yeah, it's still theft, but the flip side of that is...
The person didn't get their car back the way that it was when it was stolen.
And the chop shop's not going to call the cops.
No.
Right?
No.
The drug dealer does not call the cops because I stole 18 kilos of cocaine out of his house because he doesn't want them to know. It's still theft, but...
Yeah, I mean, look, if you buy fake drugs off the street in, say, Vegas or Bourbon Street, like, you can't run to the cops and be like, it's fake.
I mean, you can, but it doesn't work well. There was a woman who...
you're right, you can.
What's worse for her, she called the cops. I want to say she was a shot of the day a couple of years ago. She called the cops to make sure that her meth was actually meth because the guy that she bought the meth from wasn't always on the up and up. And the cops were like, absolutely, where do you live? She gave the address. They came in, and she goes, here's the meth I bought. They tested it. The bad news was it was meth. So they ended up getting her for possession. But what would the crime be if it turns out it was not meth? If it was something harmless, right? So you tell the cops.
There'd be no crime.
I went to buy the meth. I mean, but you intended to do a crime, but I didn't because I ended up buying, say, flour off of this guy, and I wanted it to be cocaine. So I don't have cocaine on me. I just want a cocaine. Yeah.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jay. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So I acquired a very real, very heavy, very sharp sword.
Sword.
Okay.
Is it decorative or is it functional?
It's functional.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
I'm going to say both. I'm sorry. I'm going to say you stole it. I think you stole it.
Okay, so it was actually a gift. And when I was growing up, I trained mixed martial arts, karate, taekwondo, Muay Thai, MMA, and some what they call extreme martial arts where you use weapons as part of like a presentation. So I had nunchucks and bow staff, all these things. And I was 16, and this gentleman who was a student at this martial arts studio that I worked at actually showed up one night. He was probably about 40, and he just gave me a sword. And he's like, oh, I thought you would appreciate this. And at 16, I was like, oh, free stuff. That's cool. So I took it. And, now I'm in my 30s, a 33-year-old woman. I'm like, that's a little creepy.
That is a little weird.
Very
I was going to
strange.
tell you that, but I was going to let you finish the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Retrospect is everything, but sure.
Sure, yeah. Like, I totally know now. If it was my 16-year-old daughter, I'd be like, what is happening? But, yeah.
So you trained in all these different disciplines. Which one is your go-to? Which one are you best at or ranked high?
Let's just say somebody comes up to you on the street. What are you hitting them with?
Honestly, probably like karate or Muay Thai. I really enjoyed. But now, like nowadays, my husband laughs at me because I've moved 8 times, and every time I take my sword with me, put it under the edge of my bed, and I'm ready. I lived alone for like 8 years, and I always had my sword with me just in case. But
was it too heavy to be practical as far as picking it up and using it?
No, if there was an emergency, it would be the first thing I picked up. But it's not like I'm going to go out and like cut wheat in a field with it. It is pretty heavy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do you still train martial arts or no?
I do, but just like recreationally as a workout. It's been a long time since I trained in a studio, and actually a couple of years ago I used to teach self-defense classes. So it is something that I recommend people, get into or find something that's a good hobby.
You should have taken the sword to the class. I've been like, step 1, have a giant sword. You're not going to have that, ladies. Right. That's why you're here.
No, no, exactly. In case you don't have a giant sword under the edge of your bed, this class is for you.
Have you ever had to break out any of your martial art knowledge? Go to the bar, someone gets drunk, they get in your face. I mean, you ever had to drop anyone?
Yeah, yes. So one time, not even 10 years ago, I was at a bar, and I was actually the designated driver. And this woman out in the smoking section picked a fight with a bunch of people that I was there with, and I told her to back off and give everybody some space. And she threatened me and was up in my face and shoved me. So I threw my water in her face. And I told her to get away from me, and it turned into a brawl. It was probably about 15 people in the smoking section, and I was the least problematic for the rest.
What would you do? Like kick her in the head? Like what was your move?
Yeah.
Well, looking in retrospect, I always have said, like, I would go back and do that. But because I trained for 13 years, I was afraid of hurting her and then getting arrested. So we just ended up in a fist fight, and then she was probably 60 pounds heavier than I was. I'm only 5 foot tall. And I ended up underneath her, and we were wrestling around. So it turned into a jiu-jitsu battle. Not that she knew what she was doing, but, you know.
Are you a black belt?
I am.
Does that make you a weapon? In other words, back to being sued.
Like, would you be arrested?
Yeah, like, are you the same as the sword, the gun, the knife, anything else?
Even though someone else picked the fight, if you end up breaking out what you know and just dropping their ass and doing damage to them, like, are you in trouble?
You know, nobody ever made me sign anything or clarify, but very much, like, my understanding is yes. And so I've always respected that. It was always meant to be used as self-defense, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It sounds to me like you don't even need the sword. You know? You just,
yeah.
You're the karate
it's
man
a little gratuitous at that point.
Yeah, you're the karate man in the neighborhood.
Right.
You don't really need one.
The sword is for backup, yeah.
Okay, for backup. I
love that comedian. Every neighborhood's got a karate man.
Right.
Yeah. Tell us what you acquired for free. We'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
I think that giant sword's still a good deterrent.
It is, because if you don't know that someone knows martial arts, the giant sword says, I am crazy. And in most of my life, and like a lot of the brothers in Baltimore just said it. Like, look, man, if you're not tough or like you're outnumbered or you think this guy's going to beat your ass, the advice the guy gave me is you need to act like somebody who might bite someone. They said, brothers, you ain't down with that. Because if they think you're crazy, it's different. Like, would you rather fight a guy that's mad at you at the bar or fight a crackhead? And it's not that you won't beat the crackhead's ass, but they're just not going to stop. So because they're crazy. And the crackhead might bite you. And a bar fight, they're probably not going to bite you. They're going to throw punches. And really, in the end, I'm like, you can take a punch from a guy that can throw a punch or be bitten by a crackhead, which to me is like being
also
bitten
more
by
than
a
likely
werewolf.
have a weapon, too.
Yeah. No, they don't have a weapon. They have something they're going to use as a weapon. They don't have a knife.
Exactly. They got a
blunt screwdriver, a spork.
Yeah, I'd say if any of the four of us break into a fight, I can reasonably predict what you're going to do. You're going to throw fists, you're going to throw kicks, you're going to throw elbows, you're going to wrestle me to the ground, whatever. Crackhead, like you said, he might have something in his pocket that I don't know what it is, but he's going to pull it out and he's going to use it.
Tell us what you acquired for free. We're to guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Craig. Welcome to the men's room.
Yo, hola.
Hola.
All right, so this is two different stages of my life. At
Stole
one point, I acquired... wait. I acquired probably 7 or 8 18 packs of Bud and or Bud Light. And then at another stage, I acquired probably at least a dozen or so 18 packs of PBR.
Wow. I'm definitely saying theft.
Theft on both cases.
Yes.
So in the first case, we were like 18, 19, and there was a drugstore in Bear Creek in Redmond, which is where we grew up. And then they had a display case right at the front door. So my buddy would either go in and do it, or he would be driving, or we would trade off. Okay, last time you drove, so this time you go in and grab it. So they were dumb enough. The store was dumb enough to just put this display case right by the front door, where you had to be quick enough for the doors that open automatically only go one way. So you had to go grab them and just not even think about it, and then just grab them and just run back out before the doors closed. And we never got caught. Never, we always had a plan to get away. We had a buddy that lived across the street. And we're like, okay, we meet up over there if one of us has to run away. So we did that. So I don't know how many times, but we always got away with it.
How many times would you?
I was going to say this is multiple times.
Right. How many times would you?
I would probably say 7 or 8 times we got away with doing this. I don't know.
So you're just
and then
you're just walking in, grabbing it, and running out.
Exactly, because it was right by the door. It was so easy. It was pretty stupid. And then with the PBR, I actually met a Pabst rep who was the marketing guy, and he would go from bar to bar. And then he was the Pabst would sponsor different things. So there was a trivia night at a bar that I would go to all the time in the U District. And he would come with swag. He would come with hats and shirts and ping pong paddles and cozies and all this kind of stuff. For the trivia night, and all he had to do was and then each team got a free picture, at some point during the game, and then he would take pictures for his reps. And so I went up to him and I was like, hey man, would you sponsor my kickball team? And by kickball team, I meant me and my friends that would gather on Sunday and play for, at the park. And he was like, yeah. And I was halfway kidding, halfway serious, but he was like, yeah, well, I could do that. No problem. So he would come to our kickball games on Sunday and just drop off a couple 18 packs and then give us shirts and frisbees and all kinds of different stuff.
Damn. All right.
So you weren't even in a league? This is just you and your buddies playing kickball?
It was just me and my friends. friends. Like, we would gather every Sunday. It was like our church. We'd be there at 3 in the U District, and then he would come and show up and just drop off the beer, take some pictures for his bosses.
You got to wonder how many times a beer distributor comes back to their truck outside of a Shell station with a back open and has to scream at someone to get the hell out of the back of the truck and drop the...
Oh, I'm sure 1,000,000 times.
I mean, that's got to be a normal occurrence, right?
I would
Especially in downtown Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can disappear.
Come on. There's one. The door is wide open. It's beer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too tempting. I'm just saying.
I told you, when I lived on Capitol Hill, there was a group of dudes I was walking by the store I used to go to, and they have a case of Bodie's Offa.
All right.
Right? Good IPA, right?
Sure.
But obviously, that is not the cheapest beer in the world.
Correct.
They clearly have stolen it, and I remember the guy was like, hey, man, we're selling Bodie's. Now, first of all, I know you just stole them from that store.
Yeah.
Second of all, I go, all right, yeah, sure. And he's like, they're only $1. And I was like, well, I'll take 6. You should be charging more, though.
Yeah.
For those cans. You're charging $1 a can?
Yeah, I'm buying from you. But charge more, man.
Like, God damn.
It's a $13 six-pack. Tell us what you acquired for free, and we'll guess whether it was a gift, you found it, or you stole it. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
So I acquired $1,200.
$1,200.
I'm going to say found it.
The way you said it, I'm going to say you scammed it.
It's definitely not a gift.
I found it. So I used to do street sweeping, and it was around Christmas time, like December 9th. I was out just doing my job. I was over by Alderwood Mall, not actually around the mall, but just on the other side of the freeway by Barnes & Noble.
Yep.
I'm just doing my job. I have my headlamp because it's middle of the night. I look down, I see an envelope, and I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting. I don't usually see that. I found like $1 or a nickel or something." I pick it up, and I just start flipping through $100 bills, and I'm like, okay. And I waved down my buddy that I'm working with, and we split it, and I still got the picture in my phone of it spread out on the front seat of the street sweeper.
Cash money.
Very nice.
That's cool. That's very
The
cool.
most money I've ever found was $11. Oh, it was outside of a high school, back in the Velcro wallet days. And a bunch of people, like, we're walking into school, and everyone just kept kicking it down the walking path. And finally, I'm like, I'm going to open it. I found $11. I'm like, cool. Just threw the wallet back on the ground, and people kept kicking it.
Who's Next Last is coming up, and we got your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
I'm Sarah Austin Jeunesse, The Moth's executive producer and longtime host of the Moth Podcast. Every week, we share true stories told live and without notes by real people from all walks of life. Stories about disastrous haircuts, May-December romances, photographing Pluto, fighting for justice, and so much more. Some stories make you laugh, some make you think, and many stay with you long after they're told. Discover the power of story. Follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Poodle.
And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze.
We are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one.
So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all.
New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast.
Gaze, let's flow.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Who Sucks Less is coming up here at 4:30, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. Couple from our question, whether you acquired something for as a gift, found it or stole it. Guys ordered a cake from a bar on Halloween night. Went to pick it up in the confusion of the night. Barback helped me load it up and said, have a great night. He thought we already paid. We did not.
All right.
In college, my buddy stole a ping pong table from the Student Union building, backed his truck up to the loading dock, and rolled that bitch right in. No one said a word. Here's another.
Damn. Ping pong table.
Greatest thing I ever acquired is a platinum-plated AK-47 from Hussein's Palace.
Okay.
I found it in a weapons cache in his basement of his palace. Took it apart and mailed it home piece by piece.
That's the way to do it.
Oh, you said it was an AK-47?
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
One of the cool things about that weapon, you could break it down and put it back together.
Guys, this is Legion, the Seahawk fursuit guy that you guys have seen me in. It's worth anywhere from $700 to $1,000. That was given to me for free.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
That's very cool. All right, let's move on to the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Start with this one, bitches. We've watched you grow for many years, watched you mature into a fantastic human being. So proud to call you family. Now that you're 16, we can get you out of those training bras. Happy sweet 16 to my stepboy Liam. Please give him a fart medley and captain talking about all the girls throwing themselves at him. Thanks, gents. That's lots of love from Uncle Daddy Pig.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy 16th birthday. I think Daddy Pig got his words miscorrected there. It's not that women throw themselves at the old Capitan as much as women throw punches at the old Capitan. Occasionally shoes, frying pans, one time an iron, and Aunt Jemima, she's not shy with the pepper spray. You just be careful. Crunch berries.
Guys, I'm wondering if you get a birthday wish from you guys. It's my 25th birthday. I would want nothing more than to get a happy birthday wish from you. If possible, some dad jokes from Miles and Dirty Germans. Much love and love listening to the show. Been listening since I was 11 years old.
25 now. Wow.
Okay. And from Louie. All right, let's see what I got for you, Louie. Okay. Here's a good one. Man calls his wife to say that he was taken to the hospital after getting his finger cut off at work.
Oh, yeah?
Wife says, that's terrible. Was it the whole finger? He said, no. It was the one next to it. My girl told me that the gynecologist said we can't have sex for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I said, what'd the dentist say?
I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, your name is Louis. It's like Louis Armstrong. I think today for your birthday, instead of Louis Armstrong, you need to be Louis Fingers Deep.
Yeah, you should find somebody that could do that Louis Armstrong trick and blow up their cheeks.
Good afternoon, guys. Today's my wife's 46th birthday. She is the best long-legged blonde Polish woman I've ever been with and beyond a great mom. Today, I'd like Mike to give her a 13-gun salute, his choice, and the Dirty Germans talking about what it means to be in your mid-40s and what it's like to be married to an old guy. Thanks, guys, for making this general contractor's life so much better every day when we're all getting tired. That from Jeff.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
It's time to take off the leash.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Uh-oh, look out.
I just said that.
7.
Holy J!
Shut your mouth. 11.
Get lost, dummy.
12.
Happy Chinooka.
Yeah, what's it like to be married to an old guy? You probably look at your husband naked and say, oh, what a big penis, what a big testicles. It's gravity and age.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the tall lengths of this Polish woman with those long legs.
Yeah.
It's like, do they have sex or do you just pull God on your husband?
Good afternoon, fellas. I want to wish my lovely wife, Courtney, a happy birthday. She rescued me from a bar stool 10 years ago and has given me a great kid and a life that I could never imagined. She is a journeyman plumber and is out there working hard every day. Can't wait to spend the rest of my life with her in adventures that we'll go on. So can I please get the Dirty Germans to talk about how we're going to celebrate tonight? I love you, Courtney. Thanks, guys. That from Andy.
Yeah, you've heard the people Popsy Cork. Tonight you're going to watch us Popsy Courtney.
Yeah, it's the strange thing is the amount of bubbles stays the same.
Yeah, it's why did bubbles come from there, Courtney? What is both the front and back side?
Yeah, it tastes a little brutish.
Yeah, we break into Don Ho. Tiny bubbles.
All of you magnificent bitches, greetings from the right coast. You got a small group of loyal listeners here in Atlanta, sharing the word every chance we get. Our buddy Mark, who introduced the Men's Room Gospel to the rest of us, is turning 56 today. We'd like to have his contribution to society with a fart montage and a smell it in the middle of what other buttons Mike feels like pushing. Keep on rocking. That from your loyal subjects, Brandon and Travis. Got one more birthday request. My lovely daughter, Kate, is 27 years old.
Damn.
27.
Wow, dude.
27.
That's effing crazy.
Went to Red Mill Burgers last night for a banana milkshake.
Did you go to Red Mill?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I was right across the street from
Yeah, we were right around the corner yesterday. My wife even pointed out, she goes, man, can you believe our son has not been to Red Mill? He has. He's just too young to remember. But he's a burger guy. And we're like, bro, you got to go.
Yep. Okay. Since it is her birthday, I'm going to give some official dad jokes. These are actual dad jokes for my daughter. I asked my dog, what's 2 minus 2?
All right.
He said nothing. Here's one for you, Kate. What's the difference between the Terminator and your dad? The Terminator and your dad.
Terminator and muscles?
I won't be back.
The Terminator will be back. And my favorite one. What's the difference between $1 and a pound? What's a difference between $1 and a pound?
What?
I didn't give your mom $1.
Wow.
I didn't.
Yeah, hey, you're the judge.
Yeah. I mean, I did at the end. A lot of them. All right, guys. Here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweine.
I'm Sally Helm with the podcast History This Week. In each episode, we serve as your eyes and ears into history's biggest events, major elections, world wars, scientific breakthroughs. But we also bring you into the smaller, behind-the-scenes stories, the unsung heroes, secret meetings, even personal grudges that changed the course of history. Listen to and follow History This Week, an Odyssey podcast in partnership with the History Channel. Available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's funny because it hurts.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrillhill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. It's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yeah, like I said at the top of the show, we got 3 stories. No real theme. Nothing to do with each other, but it involves poop, it involves phones, and it involves crazy. So let's start with the poop. A woman is accused of defacing property with human feces. This, of course, is in Florida, and she has been arrested. Now, investigators with the Altamonte Springs Police Department said 50-year-old Alexis Weber was taken into custody on a charge of criminal mischief after being linked to at least one incident in the Spring Oaks neighborhood. Now, residents say the incidents have been happening for nearly a week. All homeowners discovering human poop on vehicles, mailboxes, and in yards. Yvette Gomez said her family contacted police after finding poop smeared along the driver's side of her husband's work van. Quote, my husband texted me that his work van was full of feces. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, there's poop on my van. I just couldn't believe it. She then provided investigators with surveillance video that shows the person matching Weber's description stopping near the vehicle. She added that she had seen Weber multiple times while she exercises in the neighborhood. Now, neighbors said the vandalism was not limited to one incident. Some residents reported finding feces near a shared food pantry in the neighborhood over the weekend. Or as one resident put it, quote, crap all over. Anyway, Weber was arrested. Don't know what her deal was. She's just slinging poop in the neighborhood she lives in. Now we take to the friendly skies for the captain of a Delta flight heading from Miami to Atlanta. That has to be one of the shortest frickin' flights in the domestic United States. Anyway, heading from Miami to Atlanta, he turned the plane around before takeoff after a passenger would not hang up her phone. Police said 39-year-old Shannon Marie Harris of Tyrone, Georgia, was repeatedly told to end a call as the plane was taxiing, and flight attendants began safety instructions. But she refused. Then, of course, she became belligerent, prompting the pilot to return to the gate. Well, irate passengers, including one who kept calling out, please be considerate, can be heard in a video taken on the plane. Now, once back at the gate, a Delta supervisor reportedly asked Harris to leave the aircraft. As you might imagine, she declined, leading the airline to have everyone deplane. So now, not only are we not going to take off on time, we go back to the gate, and now because she won't get off the plane, everyone on the plane has to get off. Officers say Harris then tried to exit with the rest of the passengers, but was arrested on trespassing-related charges. Delta, by the way, they say the flight departed about an hour late, issued an apology, adding that safety is the top priority and has zero tolerance for disruptive behavior. Lady, just hang up the goddamn phone. Right? That's all.
That's insane.
I know. And we finish back in the fine state of Florida. Screaming that authorities should, quote, put you away for life is never a good look, but it's really bad when you do it at work, especially when your job is as a substitute teacher. So we go to Florida's Lake Minneola High School, where a substitute teacher was arrested after she was caught, quote, acting erratically in class. So upon arrival to the classroom, a deputy found the substitute teacher, identified as Angela Faith Jordan, yelling incoherently, stating that they should put her in prison for life. Investigators said they learned that before their arrival, she'd been yelling, slamming her hands on the desk, making inappropriate statements to students, and because it's Florida, twerking in the classroom. This included telling students that she would engage in sexual activity with them and referred to herself as $1 million prostitute. Well, an assistant principal then instructed Ms. Jordan to gather her belongings and leave the classroom. But, of course, she refused, stating that she did not want to be tasered. Well, she continued refusing to leave, prompting the deputy to restrain her and escort her to the front office. She faces misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct, simple battery, and 2 counts of disruption of a school function. And this might be the most normal thing that happened in Florida that week.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So we got the poop smearing lady in Florida. We got the woman on the flight leaving Florida to head to Georgia who just refuses to hang up her phone, ends up delaying the flight for an hour. And finally, the crazy substitute teacher twerking and saying whatever the hell comes to mind.
All right. Substitute teachers normally get a text at what? 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe.
So it's very feasible that she could have been out doing her thing all night, gets called, like, I'll take the work.
You can also say no.
Right.
Correct.
But it's also a high school. And I'm not dismissing that. I'm just saying compared to being in elementary school or a middle school.
For sure.
These kids are at least a little bit more adult, so they can maybe handle it a little bit better. But not saying that makes it appropriate. But the woman on the flight sucks, even if it's a short one. The woman smearing the crap sucks. I'm going to say it's the substitute teacher. I'm going to say that she sucks. She didn't traumatize these kids. They went home and they told everybody. Dude, she was twerking. They brought the cops in. They were going to tase her ass. And then the cops held her out. And one like everybody's in there crying, going, no, Mrs. Johnson. They're just like, this is crazy. Maybe we can go home.
And the first lady was just smearing poop.
Yeah, nobody knows why. She didn't have any particular ill intent as far as anyone could do. And she was very indiscriminate. It just seemed to, look, and I'm putting thoughts into her head, but it seems to me when you don't have ill intent and you're smearing poop, it's something you just find funny. Because she smeared it on the van door and she wasn't targeting anyone. She just kind of went after everyone.
Somebody's got to clean it up.
They had recognized her before from the neighborhood.
They knew who she was. They didn't know she was the poop smearer until that one lady's work van got hit. Then she looks at surveillance and says, that's Tina from around the way smearing poop on the truck.
Once again.
Yeah.
And they have not connected her to the other feces-related vandalisms, but there's a real good chance that she's responsible.
Man, that's a tough one. Miles, I kind of agree with you, but you never know. Who knows? There's some 16-year-old student, maybe that teacher really freaked him out.
Could have happened.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, chances are there's going to be a couple kids in there that are traumatized. I just think percentage-wise, most of them are like, get a load of this.
The lady on the plane, I mean, they only got delayed an hour, but I guess if you're going for a funeral or a wedding, that could be terrible.
But also, you delayed an hour for a real quick flight. This is this is the easiest part of our travel day. It's a flight from Miami to Atlanta. And for the dumbest reason, she's not having an episode. She wasn't hammered. She wasn't like the substitute teacher where, you're obviously just crazy. It's like, just hang up your phone.
Yeah, I do not get that one. You know what? I'm going to take the poop smearer.
All right.
Just for the pure fact that I'm with you. Whatever's going on in this lady's life, small breakdown was that she found humor. This is my theory.
Yeah.
That she found humor in smearing poop on stuff.
Yeah, because there's no rhyme or reason with her. Like I said, no one even had a bad thing to say about her as far as being a neighbor. And we recognize her. We didn't know that she also liked to poop on things.
Yeah.
It was
Maybe that was just, she found it and was like, ooh, this is relieving. Not, no pun intended. And then was like, I don't know, this is how I get my dopamine hit in the morning. I smear poop.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
It is not hard to destroy a college. Last season, the podcast Campus Files brought you stories of fraternity drug rings, stolen body parts, campus cults, and more.
And now, Campus Files is back for another season.
There's a guy screaming into his phone. He's like, I just saw Charlie Kirk get assassinated right in front of me.
Every week is a new episode and a new story.
It was so chaotic.
It's almost like a university under siege.
Listen to and follow Campus Files. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, cut up at 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. The state of Maryland has officially banned dynamic pricing at grocery stores.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That is so lame. Well, based on the demand of this product or even the time that you're buying certain products will jack up the price.
Correct.
So if people buy a lot of loaves of bread at, say, 5 p.m. after work.
Time of day.
Right.
Yeah, but how do they do that at the grocery store when I just see it's a marked advertised price? So
that they might get rid of the marked advertised price. I think
I don't
people
shop at one of those places.
I think people have teased it, but I don't think people have done it just yet. There are a few stores that I've been to that have a digital price tag.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
So I wonder if that's where it could happen. Maybe it's
that's gonna keep people from shopping at those locations.
Yeah,
because if you know you could go someplace else and just see the price and know what it's going to be, I would go to that place first.
You're not wrong, but also like we see how this goes, right? One store will do it. Everybody goes, we don't do that at our store, and then give it like 6 months, and they'll be doing it.
They'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you, it happens to me all the time when I'm booking a hotel. So I typically book the same hotel down in Tacoma when I go and play golf on the weekend, so I drive back and forth. Now, if I use the app and they've got all my information, all right, that hotel room is going to be $200. If I go online and don't log into that company's account, and just look and see what the price of a hotel room that night's going to be, I will book it and it'll be $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
Then I'll put in my information after the fact. So they get me because they think I'm regular, whatever their formula is. I don't know. But so I never log in, then book it, then pay for it.
Right.
Yeah. Then put my information in.
Flights
And
are
save $25 to $50 a weekend.
Yeah, flights are the same thing. When the wife and I went to WrestleMania this year, I had to buy a separate flight for one reason or another. And when I was looking flights just to see the availability, there was one price, and I looked it up on the specific day. Throughout the entire week, it ran up $200, and then came all the way back down to that price, and I bought it.
That is the thing.
There's one specific day of the week. New research suggests that the trick to getting children to eat vegetables starts before birth.
Oh, yeah?
So they did a study, and what it was is they gave a couple pregnant gals, one was given like kale pills, and the other was given carrot pills or essences, whatever it is.
I'd punch my mama's womb.
Right, but they found that after the baby was born, the baby didn't reject the smell like other babies do because it's vegetables and kids hate vegetables.
Sure.
But I think just in the womb there, it kind of helped establish that relationship with it, and they weren't afraid of it near as much.
Maybe,
they weren't
but I
disgusted
also wonder how long does this study go from the point the child's born? We were actually just looking at pictures of my daughter, and this was the day before my son was born, as my wife says, the last day of her being an only child. And she's mowing down on broccoli. Right? And she would eat vegetables all the time when she was that young, a year and a half old, 2 years old, maybe up until 3. And then she stopped.
Right.
Okay. And now she doesn't want to eat it. So my question is, I don't know. Some infants won't eat vegetables, but also a lot of infants eat any freaking thing you put in front of them. And then when they get a little bit older, some of those things they loved as a kid, out.
Well, also their taste. I mean, once you get done with formula or breast milk, then you're going into the world of Gerber. You're into baby food. Most baby foods are vegetables. There are some that contain chicken or whatever.
Sure.
But for the most part, it's
vegetables,
carrots, sweet potatoes, peas,
Right.
all those things. So they should have an acquired taste for that already.
Right.
Because that's their first food.
Exactly.
Applesauce, that should be fruit.
Well,
right?
and even while you're pregnant, like I get it, you have cravings, but you're not necessarily shutting down vegetables and fruits and whatnot. So it's like they should be introduced.
I mean, look, you try, and like I said, my daughter was young, man. You gave her any vegetable, she's taking it down. And then it became, if it's not made of chicken nugget, I have no interest.
Right. Nearly 2 out of 3 physicians are using the AI tool Open Evidence as a quick search tool.
Okay.
Again, I know that this is made, the headline is made to freak us out. Doctors are using AI to figure out what's wrong because they don't actually know is the part that they leave out of there. But it's because it's not what they don't actually know. It saves them time.
It kills time.
Looking this up. Yes. Due diligence to make sure that AI brought up the right product? Yeah, probably.
Here's the difference. They can get sued for malpractice. So there's a good chance they can figure it out on their own. They can take shortcuts, but I also think it's a lot easier for a doctor to identify what's terrible advice than the rest of it. We're going to WebMD.
Right.
So that we can go tell our doctor the pills that we need.
And this is an AI tool that is specifically designed to go through these records. It's not pulling from YouTube or Reddit or, you know.
From medical journals.
Exactly.
Jesus.
And sadly, some things aren't going to show up from your regular doctor.
Right.
Exactly.
Right? Like I always say, like I had a buddy that, I mean, he looked like PC Principal.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's literally what it looked like. He always in shape, head of his mountain biking club, had some heart condition nobody knew about, and like 31 just died.
Wham.
Right? But like, I don't know, like, so there's a lot of things. I mean, look, that's why doctors have a practice.
Correct.
Yeah, right. Not
Practice.
perfect.
That's right. Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I give you guys a 99% chance of success on this one. It is a verb brought to you by the letter R, okay? You ready, Ted? I mean, I'm ready, but it's a formal word meaning to correct something that's wrong, to correct it. An R word. To correct something that is wrong.
It's not repurpose, retract.
We were given the wrong room key, but the hotel management quickly blanked.
Remedied.
Replaced. Nope. You guys are so close. You're dancing all around it.
Remediated.
A little bit fancier.
Rectified.
Rectified. About to say.
I thought that's what the proctologist did. Time to get rectified, brother.
Get in here, girl. I'm rectified. Damn. A man recently got a horrific case of diarrhea after overdosing on an experimental GLP-1.
Oh.
All right. I mean, that's
why you never want to be the test subject.
No.
Every time they tell you the side effects or possible side effects, it's because somebody in the study had, vomiting, diarrhea, rash. Like, somebody went through this.
Right. Some people get bad diarrhea on the already tested ones.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, right, it's
you're losing weight.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could, it's how wrestlers used to do it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Take a bunch of laxative.
They would take laxatives, right? Anything.
Golly.
It's not healthy because you're losing water weight.
Right.
So I want to put that out there.
How do they describe as diarrhea? Severe?
Severe case of diarrhea. A horrific case.
Horrific. Okay, that's worse than severe. If you say someone has a severe cold, we understand you're not doing well. If you say they have a horrific cold, it's just a different thing. So horrific. Make sure that you say that in the side effect. Like, not just diarrhea.
Horrific.
Not even severe diarrhea. Potential for horrific diarrhea.
You're right, though. This thing made a headline, and it is described as horrific. Okay? We've all been to places, eaten something, done something that caused
diarrhea.
Gastric distress. Made you have diarrhea.
Nice. I've never had horrific diarrhea.
To me, that means you can't. You're in the bathroom.
You can't move.
Right, like you're not leaving the
bowel
house.
movement as horrific. I mean,
That's what I mean.
Maybe the smell.
The smell, sure.
But not the act.
Not the actual act. That's why I put that in the side effects.
Golly. And then not terribly long ago, I finished and I came into the studio and I was like, I'm not done yet. And I ran.
Miles mentions to me today, he's like, dude, we got to go back up. All right, coming from downstairs.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel like I'm going to crap myself. All right, whatever. We all say that.
Sure.
Miles was not kidding. It just, I'm watching him walk down the hall, and it was obvious.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, I'm just
You
clenching.
couldn't even lie to someone about why you're walking like that. It was
I pulled my leg.
It was.
I mean, those cheeks were so tight, you couldn't have put a piece of paper between them.
He looked bow-legged walking down the
you
hall.
already maybe felt it, and then a couple drags off the cig, and it's like I gotta get back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
All
like,
right.
because I was like, dude, you got to put this out for me because I can't walk over that far. I'm just absolutely waddling in.
Doggone it, dude. Hey, good work. You made it back.
No, but I saved it.
You did.
Yeah.
A new study found that 1 in 8 kids in America has a parent that's been criminally charged.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. But that made me wonder, first I wanted to look up, because it's 1 in 8 criminal charges. What counts as a true criminal charge? But even better,
tax evasion.
Exactly. What are the more common criminal charges?
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So I looked it up, And these are the top 10 most commonly committed crimes. I'm going to do this a little bit differently on this one. Place your bets. We all know what these common crimes are. The different, no matter what it is, what do you guys think is the highest ranking on this list as far as the most commonly committed crimes? Just your average person crime. This isn't murder or anything like that.
I'll say DUI.
DUI. I like it. I mean, I don't, but
I'm trying to think of something a little bit more severe than littering, but just something kind of petty.
Like
petty larceny.
And are we saying, like, get arrested for?
Yes. You can be arrested and charged for this. These are criminal charges.
Like shoplifting.
Shoplifting. Okay, I dig.
And I guess like jaywalking?
Jaywalking. Here we go. The 10 most commonly committed crimes. Number 10 on the list, criminal damage or vandalism. Willful or malicious destruction of property.
I've been guilty of that. I mean, not in my adult life.
Right.
But certainly in my younger days, up through the early 20s, definitely.
Can definitely happen in a domestic.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like slashing tires.
Absolutely.
Right. Smashing windows out of your
There
car.
was actually just the last week that the auction that I was running at, selling cars, there was one that rolled through that there was clearly painted over. Somebody had keyed, and this guy was described as a D according to his car.
Ah, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he cheated. She's a whore.
Yeah.
Like, you writing that on a car. Like, it's not good.
Yeah. No, it is not. No, it is not. An unlawful attack with the intent to cause severe bodily injury at number 9, aggravated assault.
What puts the aggravated in front of assault?
I'm
I
mad.
don't because you'll hear
You're gonna
assault.
be mad if you're assaulted.
Right. But you're aggravated assault, and it seems like I believe that carries a worse charge. I'm not
Is
sure.
that just like getting in a fist fight at like a random bar or tailgate?
Often deemed a felony where a person attempts to inflict serious bodily injury on another, usually involving a weapon or behavior likely to cause death or major harm.
So assault is we are throwing punches. Aggravated assault, I have grabbed a pool cue and I'm smashing you in the head, I'm guessing.
Right. Okay, so simple assault is typically involves threats or minor injuries, your bruises or scrapes, I backhand you kind of a thing, without a deadly weapon. Aggravated assault says requires a weapon or results in severe bodily harm. That one I think there's gray area.
Okay.
How severe is it? Have I cut, is it a scratch or is it a cut? Is it a gash?
And what is the cut? Is it an artery or... Right.
Am I allowed to give you a bruise that's 2 inches in diameter without it being severe? Horrific.
Yeah, or like I know not a lot. I've known of stories of people getting in a bar fight, like you hit somebody and then they fall backwards, split their head open.
Sure.
Like, that's a different
charges
problem.
go way
Right.
up.
You hit on a bar, you hit on the bar stool, and it, yeah, exactly. The most common committed crimes, number 8. Misrepresenting facts to deprive others of property, which has increased with digital connectivity. Fraud, identity theft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's massive.
I feel
Definitely
like-
blown up.
Seems
in the
like
last
more
couple
people
years.
get it done to them than do it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Have that crap somewhere around the world.
There's full blown nests of people that are just figuring out ways to do that. I mean, I got a text on my phone just today that literally just said, "What time do you clock out?" from an unknown number.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't like these is because that is that is a text that you send to somebody that you have established a connection with and a dialogue with.
Right.
Okay, Miles, I could shoot you. What time are you getting out of your house today? Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
No one sweats that coming from you.
Correct. But you don't text a number that you have never texted before.
Right.
That kind of a question without any kind of a, hey, it's Mike, just wanting to check what time you clock out. Like, there's a way to enter this. So I like to have fun with those ones.
Oh, yeah.
I said, usual time. Which is what? The time that I always get off.
I'm working from home.
I'm trying to text my friend Jenny. Like, does Jenny just give you a new number every 5 days?
8675309.
Yeah. The 10 most commonly committed crimes. The stealing of automobiles, trucks, or motorcycles that is motor vehicle theft.
Yep.
Never done that because I don't know how.
Unless it's running.
Yeah, I could. Right. If you left it running with the keys in, I wouldn't, but I could.
We know somebody who can, apparently.
Yes, we do. Well, it's something they used to do in their younger days.
And that's what I was thinking. Vehicle theft, I feel like there's an age bracket.
Right,
know what
unless
I mean?
you're like a career criminal.
Right.
Or like the guy that called earlier, if it's a chop shop that you're working. I used to know a guy that worked at a chop shop, and he always rode his motorcycle, but he's like, oh, these guys pay me, and basically he'll steal. Basically, they say what they're looking for. Hey, man, we got a client. He's a doctor. He's reputable, but he wants a BMW 6 Series, blah, 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 blah. And they go find it, steal it, take it to the shop.
This one's very simple. Well, we get it out of Florida all the time. At number 6, public disturbances that breach peace and order. It's called disorderly conduct.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
I feel like that's too low on the list at number 6. I feel like it should be higher.
I think the difference is this. You really, really have to be an a-hole to get charged with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, look, any
Okay.
day you go by a bar, you can walk through Pioneer Square, hell, go to 3rd Avenue. That's definitely happening. And typically, the cops either just want you to go somewhere else or quiet down. Right? But when you persist with it, it finally gets to the point. Like, it is a crime, and that's probably the one the cops are most likely to say, I don't feel like arresting you, just shut up.
Right.
Or leave people alone. So I think it happens more than people possibly get arrested.
Yet again, going back to that great area, that breaches peace and order, that's at discretion.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it with adults who are generally normal and just get it in their head. And it's like, dude, we can argue about whether the cop is right or wrong. Just walk away. And they don't, and they get arrested.
Mm-hmm. And the cops even tell you, like, dude, if you leave, I'm going to let you go home. And look, we've all been, I've never been arrested for it, but we've all had those moments, typically with alcohol behind it. But you are the disturbance.
At number 5, it's back again. Physical attacks or threats of harm that do not involve a deadly weapon. Simple assault.
So that's simple
assault.
Right. You're in a bar fight. You get angry at somebody that cuts you off, and you get into a fist fight with somebody.
All right.
You're just beating somebody up.
Yeah, the road rage fights never go well.
No.
It always just seems like, doesn't matter on the size. Somebody knows what they're doing and the other one doesn't.
It's quick.
You know what I mean? Like, you never see guys, like, trading blows. Like, oh, wow, they both know what they're doing.
It's never a long video.
No. Kind of like watching baseball fights. Every now and again when I'm scrolling, those ones show up. And baseball players, they're more athletic than I am. However, not in boxing, apparently.
No.
Yeah. They're just throwing. They're whiffing.
They're just angry.
Well, it's tough. Your adrenaline dump, and then it's just everybody's going to put their head down and just start throwing haymakers.
Exactly. At number 4, unlawfully entering a structure to commit a felony or theft.
All right. It's that common?
Burglary, breaking and entering, yes.
Damn.
Which, with the intent to commit a felony or a theft.
Sure.
There's, what's the other one? We discussed the differences. There's burglary, there's robbery, there's...
Burglary does not necessarily involve another person.
Right.
I can burgle your house, but I can only rob you.
Correct.
No one can rob your house, right? So,
right.
And it could be something as simple as just breaking in for a maple bar.
Yeah.
Football players might have that problem.
They're good, man.
Drug abuse, narcotics, and other violations includes possession, manufacturing, the sale of controlled substances. Number 3 is people getting busted for drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, I think it's one of those, Steve, where you can go literally anywhere and you can find somebody in possession.
Guaranteed.
Oh, no, I had a drug dealer tell me when I was in college. He's like, man, I'll give you one piece of advice. I'm not saying this because I do it. I'm a drug dealer. He's like, don't ever be a drug dealer. He's like, be a drug buyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you're not going to go to jail being a drug buyer.
Nope.
No.
And then you have average people that maybe are at a certain concert and generally wouldn't have drugs on them, but do. You get caught.
You get caught.
Right.
Number 2 is where you come in there, Miles, with the DUI, one of the most frequently reported and deadly offenses.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's one of those where public safety is at risk. So, yeah, anybody and everybody that we suspect of DUI, we're bringing your ass in.
Absolutely.
We are bringing your ass in. And then I will leave you with this last and final, the most commonly committed crime, including shoplifting, pickpocketing, theft of motor vehicle parts, larceny, and theft is what they put in there.
What exactly is larceny? Like, what is...
Below a certain number? Like, as far as the value?
The unlawful taking and carrying away of personal property from the possession of another with the intent to permanently deprive them of it.
Okay.
What is the difference? There we go. Larceny versus theft here is a specific type of theft involving the unlawful taking of physical property. So larceny is theft, but theft is not larceny.
Okay.
Theft is a broader umbrella term covering various stealing crimes like fraud, embezzlement, identity theft.
Right.
So I can, thieve money away from you. However, larceny, I think,
theft and it doesn't have to be physical.
Right. Larceny is physical. So there you go. So the 10 most commonly committed crimes. A robbery suspect in California was caught within an hour, and you won't believe how, Miles.
How were they caught?
I will tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Next time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast a random horse. Now, we don't know the horse's name. We don't know the horse's breed. And we do not know where the horse resides. But what we do know is that it's laying on its side and a veterinarian is gently pushing down on its stomach. Do not know why. Maybe the horse is in distress. Honestly, don't know. It's a random video off Reddit, and it was sent to us by Men's Room listener one Nicholas, who knows what we appreciate. So I'll just play some audio from the video. Wow. That is one fart from one horse.
So I think it was backed up with gas. She was just trying to get the gas out of the horse.
That's going to be my guess. Like I said, you look at the video, it's on its side, and she's kind of pressing down like if you're doing CPR kind of. Then the horse doesn't quite stand up. It kind of, gets on all fours. And what I like about this horse is it farts for that long. There's no change of expression. Just the look on his face like, sup? What you doing later, girl?
Seems to happen an awful lot with bigger farm animals. They just get filled with gas that they just can't get rid of.
Also, shout out to everybody on Facebook that messaged us that too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, hey, man, you know what we like.
Right.
I'm sure it'll show up in birthdays by tomorrow. That would be a horse fart, in case you're wondering.
Horse fart.
Horse fart. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, today, contestant on the line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Have you ever felt like you were living just a B or B+ life? It's so dangerous to live that, more dangerous than a B- or a C+ life, because when you're living a B or B+ life, you don't change it. You think it's good enough. Is it? I'm Susie Welch. I host a podcast called Becoming You. People think, okay, an A+ life is not available to me, but there is a way. We are all in the process of becoming ourselves. Listen to Becoming You wherever you get your podcasts.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook to police everyone out. Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Sammy. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola. All right, Sammy. You understand how this here game is played?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. You have your choice today of the wonderful world of drugs. We offer you Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, we offer you In the Buff, where the person is naked. Either tell us why or where.
Ooh, I haven't done the last one. Let's do that one.
Buff. All right, we go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where a naked man was arrested after scuffling with a police officer. David Bordeaux, 36 years old. He was charged with assaulting while resisting arrest. Now, officers responded to Mr. Joe White Avenue, that's the name of the street, and Warren Street in Myrtle Beach, where a man was pacing around naked and yelling in a, quote, disorderly manner, as opposed to being naked, pacing around and yelling in an orderly manner. Now, when an officer began to place Bordeaux under arrest, he began to assault the officer, quote-unquote, striking him in the lip. He's now being held at a detention center on $20,000 bond. The question is, in what way did this naked man make contact with the officer's lip? Is it because he was spitting? Is it because he was punching? Is it because he was pooping? Or was it because he was urinating? And one of these four ways, naked dude made contact with the officer's lip. So was it spitting, punching, pooping, or urinating?
None of those sound appealing.
No.
I don't know. What do you boys think?
I think he was urinating, Sammy.
Ted?
By the way, it sounds like a stage name, Urinating Sammy.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty bad name.
if I was a cop and I saw you start the stream, I'd probably tase you at that point before it gets to me.
Don't start the stream, bro.
I told you, put the stream away.
When you were young, you could shoot at 5-6 feet. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Man. I'm going to say he had poop in his hand and he flung it at the cop.
Okay.
He's prepared.
Yes.
All right, Sammy, what do you think?
I feel like urination would probably be easier to get towards the lips. That sounds terrible. But my gut instinct is to go with Ted. I think he pulled a monkey and flew some.
Pulled the monkey.
Well, he's already walking up and down the street naked, screaming.
Right. He's not sane. All right.
What did this guy get on this cop's lip when he was naked? Did he spit? Did he punch him? Did he poop or urinate? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories in the Buff on profile this week at South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, where a man was arrested after assaulting an officer.
Correct.
While naked. Ended up getting something on his lip or contacting his lip in one way or another. So question is, did he spit on his lip? Did he punch him in the face? Was he pooping or was he urinating?
And Sammy, that is the question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery went with the old urine stream.
I did.
He did not, in fact, pee.
Stop the stream.
Stop the stream. He stopped the stream, Ted. No stream.
I'm just saying, again, I'm not a cop. He would have gotten tased.
I'm not a cop either. Your ass gets tased. First of all, I told you, if I'm a cop and you're naked, you were tased on the spot because you already made it weird.
I agree.
Now, Sammy, you agreed with D. Ted Smith. Both of you just went with poop. The guy's crazy. He's screaming. And like you said, he did the old monkey. Dropped one in his hand, made contact with the cop's lip. Nope. Oh, I'm afraid it was not. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong with you, Sam? It's disgusting. Nah, he just punched him in the face.
Oh,
old school.
Okay. Yeah, old school dude. He just punched him in the face. That was all.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Don't punch people with it. Of the things you offered there, that almost seems better.
That is the best, yes.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Got Seth Meyers. For a limited time, Colbert.
Steven.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The Twilight guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine. Is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
There's a new problem hitting the music industry as performers are canceling concerts over the so-called blue dot fever, which means you can see how many seats are unsold because they are in blue. With homes so affordable and gas prices so low, I can't understand why people don't want to pay for concert tickets.
The Ted Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe you're doing the same tour 4 years in a row.
Same tour. The ticket prices are outrageous.
It's insane.
Yeah. Like, I got to pay my mortgage, but if I need to see a certain act, I can YouTube it somewhere.
Disgraced activist Rachel Dolezal, who posed for years as a black woman despite being born white,
all the advantages,
said in a new interview that she's training to become a sex coach. Well, no better way to confirm that you are indeed very white.
Was Weekend Update on there?
No.
It was not.
I'll say Seth.
Right. Seth, yeah.
Seth.
Disgraced activist Rachel Dolezal, who posed for years as a black woman despite being born white, said in a new interview that she's training to become a sex coach. Well, no better way to confirm that you are indeed very white.
Does seem like a white woman-dominated industry.
I was looking for a sex coach.
Spirit Airline customers can now use their leftover loyalty points to buy pizza from Papa John's. God, that sentence just keeps getting sadder and sadder. And when Papa John's goes bankrupt next week, those points will transfer right over to Bed Bath & Beyond.
I'll say Colbert.
Fallon.
Spirit Airlines customers can now use their leftover loyalty points to buy pizza from Papa John's. God, that sentence kept getting sadder and sadder. And when Papa John's goes bankrupt next week, those points will transfer right over to Bed Bath & Beyond.
Can't take that trip, but we can get the breadsticks.
I know. Good news, honey. I know we're going to Hawaii, but hey, stuffed crust pizza.
A contestant on The Price is Right recently won the largest prize on a single pricing game in the show's history. A gallon of gas.
A contestant on The Price is Right recently won the largest prize in a single pricing game in the show's history. A gallon of gas.
That is kind of crazy. Basically, following up on that, on Friday's Mother Day themed episode, a contestant won the largest amount for a single game. Retired veteran named Vanessa won $240,150 in cash and prizes.
Wow.
But the $200,000 and almost $30,000 cash came from the lion's share, which was a luxury trip to Morocco.
Damn.
Which is valued at $12,000.
That's not bad. Usually the game show trips are always like
Tahoe.
Iceland, Tahoe, or somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yep.
I've never heard Morocco on a game show.
Yeah, I don't know. I've known one person that went there, and they didn't seem too big on it.
What, Morocco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just trying to watch a sport and get a beverage is very hard, right?
Sure.
And then I guess too, I'm assuming it's a Muslim country.
Probably.
So they were like, any place you kind of could find a bar to watch the game, it's all men.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
was after a few days, he was like, it was kind of creepy. It's just dudes. So I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound that fun. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can think of almost every time I've ever been to a sports bar or something. It's I wish there was more women in here.
Yeah. It's like going to a Rush concert.
Yeah. Right. Minus Taryn.
Well, there's always Tool.
Yeah. Tool gets some chicks.
A little bit more.
A little bit more, for sure.
Yeah, you don't see chicks walking around in Tool T-shirts.
You do.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
And if you
I don't know
do,
if I've seen that.
Oh, yeah. Some of the heavier bands will always have a few just absolute dime pieces walking around.
Uh-huh.
Or is it the fact that there's so few of them there that even the ones that are there are dying?
It's like coming out of the desert.
Exactly. Getting a cracker oh, God.
It's the hottest woman I've ever seen. It's like, dude, relax. You're at a Tool concert.
6 days. Old Eddie Murphy joke. That's not saltine. That's a Ritz.
Or what's it you hear veterans talking about there's only 10 women on the whole ship.
Yeah. She was hot. By the end of it, she was hot.
Now.
I called her last call Sally.
She was our 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, protocol. All right. I don't know how to transition to being complimentary to women now, but since we went up on that tirade. But this is a list of the best TV show moms of all time.
And which ones of them do we think would like Tool most? That's what I'm going to project onto this. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say which one we think was the hottest.
No, I mean, we can't even not say that.
Have some class, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. My apologies.
Sitting there just ragging on women. Then, that's good.
Does anybody have any guesses?
Well, the best
Top
TV
moms?
Is this all time?
The best TV moms of all times from Ranker.com.
I mean, you're going to have Mrs. Brady, probably, what's her name? June Cleaver.
All right, Carol Brady from the Brady Bunch, number 9.
Okay. Not a Tool fan.
What about Sheldon's mom from Big Bang Theory? She wasn't in there a whole lot, but she was a sweet character.
She did not make it.
Do we know what is the rubric here? Is it just good quality moms? They were truly the good ones? Were they best actresses?
They don't have all that there.
Okay.
They're just saying the best TV moms,
And
right?
that's the problem. In my mind, I would say Peg Bundy. Now, as a mother, horrible, but as a character, fantastic. Or what's her face from Modern
Or is
Family?
it like Marge Simpson part of this?
She should be.
Right? It's like Marge Simpson does make the list. Because Marge was a good mom. Peg Bundy's a great character. I don't know that she was
Not
the
a
best
great mom. She's not a
always
great
kind
mom.
of smoking and drinking in the house.
Yeah.
What about Judith Light and Who's the Boss?
She did not make the list.
Okay.
So what number 10 on the list? I never saw this show, but Reba from
Reba.
I remember it being on, but I never watched it.
I've only seen a couple episodes because same thing, we never really watched it, but I watched an episode not long ago in Vegas with my mother-in-law, and she seemed like just a good quality mom.
Sure. I mean, it's Reba McEntire.
To me, it just sounds like one of those names where someone has a speech.
Reba.
If Scooby-Doo can say it, change the kid's name.
This is
Yeah.
Reba. This is Reba. To me, it just sounds like that's not the real name.
People love that show, though.
No, yeah, for sure.
Right? I want to say it even switched networks and went on for another 5 years or something.
damn. Okay.
And in credit to Reba McEntire, it seems like anybody that encounters her always has a pretty good experience.
Yeah.
Let's see. Samantha Stevens from Bewitched.
I didn't even realize she was
She a mom?
I watched the show as a kid. I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a kid. That's a real good mom. Where's the kid? I don't know.
She's a witch and a mom. I didn't know that.
Hey, man, she multitask, all right?
I always get Bewitched mixed up with, what's it, the Genie one.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The Genie one.
Somebody says Kitty from that 70s show. That's a good call.
That's the one I was wanting to say.
She is number 1. Kitty Foreman.
Really?
Yeah. All right, there you go. Now we're kind of picking up a little bit. Lucy.
Of Lucy,
I love
I'm
Lucy.
Home.
Yeah, I love Lucy.
Oh, yeah. Dang.
But wasn't she not a mom until maybe, if the show ran 9 seasons, she was a mom in one of them or something?
Well, it must have been a hell of a year.
She She was that good for him. Yeah.
Right? Sometimes a guy just has a breakout year.
Yeah, there you go.
So right, for most of the show, she wasn't a mom, but the one year
There
she was momming her ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Marge Simpson from The Simpsons makes it.
When you consider her family dynamic, yes, she's the glue.
I didn't realize how the first basically few seasons, and I haven't gotten much further because I never watched The Simpsons. I still really haven't. But the first few seasons, as I've been watching it, like, their marriage was in trouble a lot in that show.
Yeah.
I did not realize that was a main drive of The Simpsons was like,
Well, Lois
they might divorce.
Lois is not much different.
No.
On Family Guy.
No.
They kind of have that dynamic where they tolerate each other.
They do.
I'm with you. If Marge makes the list, it feels like Lois should be on this list too. She's not, but I'm with you. Again, these are TV top 10 TV moms of all time. You got Wilma Flintstone from the Flintstones.
Okay,
man, I just don't remember that. I mean, it was on when I was a kid, but
they had Pebbles, right? Bam was Barney's kid. All right.
Correct. Well, the main thing you're getting from the Flintstones and from the Simpsons is that if the husband's a big dumb idiot, then the mom gets to make the list.
But here's the problem with this. I feel like with whether it's Lucy or Wilma from the Flintstones, like, you're a fantastic wife for sure because you tolerate a lot of crap. I don't know how you are with the kid. Pebbles was a baby. Kids seem healthy, fine. But the emphasis was always like, your husband's a moron. And she would keep it together or get him on the right track. And like you said with Marge Simpson, she deals with kids a lot more, but it's like, your husband's the main culprit here.
Now, I don't know how she got the list of a top 10 TV mom because she was living with other adults, but Sophia from the Golden Girls.
Somebody said that on YouTube. She didn't strike me as like a great mom. She wasn't awful, but just bitter and
I just feel like I don't know, like how much momming are you doing? They were all retired.
They were, but here's the truth of being a parent. Even if you ended up living with your kid, assuming you are still of sound mind, your kids will still come to you about advice for something.
Sure.
Right? I mean, maybe that's it.
I still think the wildest thing is the woman, the actress, was
Estelle
the youngest
Getty.
one.
Yeah, she was the youngest person on the show.
Yeah, she just looked old. Morticia Addams makes the list from the Addams family.
Sure, that makes sense.
Is she a good mom? I'm not saying this is she's
dealing
a
with
bad mom, but it's still, look, yeah, her husband
Gomez he was funny.
He was funny, not the brightest, but he was funny. But like the things you encourage your children to do weren't always awesome.
The internet adores a relationship, though.
Yeah.
He did break that third wall, though, Gomez.
Oh, yeah.
Maura Rose from Schitt's Creek.
Was she a good mom?
No.
I haven't watched the show enough to make a judgment on this one.
She's, again, a fantastic character.
Right.
Not a good mom, which is why she was such a fantastic
It was
character.
all about her.
And then again, the number one mom from this list of best TV moms was Kitty Foreman. I think she makes the list too because Red was a lot to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
The kid, and like she got mad, but she also like had
in a mom way,
right? And then had like most of the time was kind of the nicer one to talk
Sure.
to. So I think that's a very good representation sometimes of how the moms are.
It's pretty accurate,
right? Like I only remember my mom being like that mad very few times.
Yeah.
But the time she was like, we had earned it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We have the World Cup coming up. We're going to host some matches here in Seattle. So there's a couple good shows on right now. HBO has a documentary that has been following the team since the 2022.
Damn. Okay.
Right. So it's just starting. I want to say, I think I was watching.
Team USA?
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, correct. Thank you. I should have mentioned that. I started, I think, on episode 1 last night. So you just see how bad it ends, and they're going to start building, which is kind of one of those things, too, with the World Cup. You forget that, like, everybody's playing for different teams and this and that. Like, those 4 years, they happen fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's another show over on Vice Network that I started last night as well that's just kind of talking about soccer in America in general, right? So it's starting with when it starts to get a little bit popular with, I forget the name of that league, but that's when like Pele's playing in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Wasn't it the MLS? I mean, the first incarnation of it?
Sort of, but it has a different...
Sort of.
I can't remember the name, right.
So like the Sounders, right, to their credit, they've always had some form of that team going.
Yeah.
Right, since 74, and like they played this league and that league, but it kind of falls apart. Then it gets back together, and then I'm on the part right now where like the indoor league. I didn't realize like that just started here and how big that had gotten. And people are like, "Look, if you wanted to play pro soccer, you kind of had to play indoor." But it's anybody that knows anything about soccer will tell you, like indoor is like a completely different beast.
Entirely.
And when you think of soccer in that era of when we grew up, like the Lakers or the Celtics or just one of those teams that are iconic, the New York Cosmos was that team.
Yeah,
it's amazing they still don't have that franchise.
Name another team.
Well,
just from that era, right? I mean, like
that's
the New
the
York
one.
Cosmos.
But it's amazing that New York right now does not have that team in action and with that name.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like how the hell did you drop the ball on that?
Yeah, but both really good shows, and it'll show you kind of, like it. Again, all our sports are already famous, right? Baseball, football, and this and that. But it took a while for Americans to get into it, and then you'll see the downside too of like having a kid. The great thing about soccer is that anybody can play it, right? You just need some form of a ball
and
feet. That's the whole idea. Of course, we made it into this thing where you got to play these travel teams and this and that, and it's like it's hard to get some of our best athletes to play it because from a young age, like they're just not going to do that,
right? And it costs a lot.
Yeah, but very interesting stuff. And really, look, with the ticket prices, everything else you read, even for me, it's been a little hard to get fired up for the World Cup. It's a nice little primer, kind of get you, get you amped up and be like, oh yeah, this is a big deal, and it is on our soil. Maybe we could make it to the semis. I don't think that.
Well, let me ask you a question real quick. Since I know the Sounders are not playing home tonight. They're playing.
I think they are at home.
I think they are at home. Yeah.
So it's on grass.
I guess it is.
Right?
They already installed it.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't do Memorial. Yeah, I guess you could do UW, but I mean, what else are you going to play, man? You got one place to play. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. A woman shoots her husband who was watching TV alone because he was bothering her. Meanwhile, French police warn drivers about a hammered deer or two who are causing quite a stir. Don't wear a leopard print jacket and blue hair while you're robbing a bank. A bachelorette party calls police for a man in the bushes having a wank. And after 7 months of missing cat in Texas, makes its way home to Eugene, Oregon. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we're going to California, where the robbers aren't the brightest, but their hair is. Police got a call about a robbery that had occurred at a local Chase bank. The suspect allegedly handed the teller a threatening note demanding cash and threatening to kill people, though no weapon was threatened or brandished. The suspect grabbed an unspecified amount of cash and fled the scene, but luckily our girl was not hard to track down. An image of the suspect from a surveillance camera was released that shows our girl is she has a unique appearance, as she's wearing, as Miles said, a bright leopard print jacket. She's a bit on the heavier side, and she's got bright blue neon hair.
And she didn't change her clothes when she left.
No, she didn't.
She's walking around with a leopard print jacket on and blue hair.
One of the loudest doggone outfits
I've
ever
ever
seen.
in an hour.
Yeah, I saw her picture, and I'm like, you really didn't think about this before you decided to rob a bank.
Exactly. And as I said, within the hour, she was arrested. It's like the guy, with one arm that robs a place. Like, you're not hard to find.
Right, that's all.
Just a little discretion, please.
And it took what? You said 1 hour.
An hour.
Oh, there she is.
Right. She didn't get far. In other news, over to France, where the animals are starting to rage. Local authorities have issued a warning to the public to be on the lookout for deer that may be acting erratically and released a video featuring a buck running in tight circles in the middle of a field. But luckily, there's a simple explanation for this behavior. This is the time of year that certain plants are starting to turn a bit sour. The local deer population has been known to eat buds, fermented fruits, or decaying plants, enjoying them a little too much, and a little too much of them. They're getting inebriated. They just want folks to be aware of their impaired neighbors as they're braver than normal. So,
a drunk buck.
Pretty much. They said this is the time of year, like, don't drive like you on the road. They already jump out in the middle of the road for absolutely no reason, but now they're drunk.
They're staggering.
Yeah.
Now, they run into traffic sober.
Right, exactly. Now they're drunk a-holes. I got this. I ain't even going to stare at the lights. Saw a movie. My mom's fine.
My mom's totally good.
Wasn't even a car in that one. Over to Palm Beach, where bachelorette parties are something to see, apparently. Local authorities got a call from one such party at an Airbnb. The story goes that while the ladies were enjoying their time in the Airbnb, somebody spotted a man in his 50s having a gander at the group of girls through the bushes, and yes, his genitals were exposed. Exploded.
They were having a pool party.
They were.
He was getting a little view there.
Oh, I see.
He's in there, Sean Spicer.
Move over.
It's just in the bushes.
Exactly. Hide. Get me out of here.
I keep forgetting about that. He was found in the bushes. Authorities did a sweep of the area and found a man that matched the description and brought him into custody. What's more is one of the guests had already found him, approached him, and asked him to leave, which is when he exposed himself to her again. Why are you doubling down on that?
That's the power move, buddy.
Leading the group to feel fearful, and now they want to press charges. And he's now facing several of them. Right, just start it. Like, you're already hiding in the bushes. Right?
That's bad.
Right, already super bad. Now you got the equipment out. They've told you to leave, and you're just like, I'm going to stay here.
Right. Hey, look at it.
Just going to go for it. Look at that. Take a gander. Can I jump in on your pool party? Actually, no, I just want to watch.
And he got what he deserved.
Yep. That he did. Wild story out of Alabama as police got a call about a murder. This is a weird story. They arrived on the scene and conducted an investigation, though the case was regarded as pretty open and shut. The story goes that the woman inside the house had just had open heart surgery and had grown increasingly agitated at her husband, who, quote, kept coming into her room and bothering her.
You mean like, hey, are you all right, dude?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what he was doing.
Most of us call that checking up on a patient.
Yeah,
she told the cops that.
Right. So instead of telling him to leave her alone like a maniac, no, she chose to grab her gun, which she would use on him the next time that he came in. She's going to fire it at this guy when he comes in. But unfortunately, she never got her opportunity as he chose to watch TV instead. So instead of resting up like a maniac, she chose to walk out into the living room and shoot her husband in the chest.
She shot him with a shotgun, all right, in the chest. He wasn't dead. So then she took her pistol out and tapped him in the head.
She's not being charged with murder.
Yeah.
Because he was bothering her. And then when he left her alone, she tracked him down because he wasn't coming back in to
you're
bother
not
her.
going to bother me now.
Oh, my God. You think he knew? I managed to get in the gun. I know it in there. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
I know. There's no
I got no words on that one.
Right.
Just like, come on.
Women are impossible to please. A couple from Eugene feared that they lost a member of the family while out on a cross-country road trip, and they did. While passing through Dallas, Texas, their long-hair ragdoll mixed cat went missing. And try as they might, they spent the next 4 days in the area looking for her, only to come up empty-handed and admitted to themselves the truth. She's gone for good. There's coyotes in the area. There's extreme heat out there. Somebody might have grabbed the cat. 4 days, she's gone. Fast forward 7 years, they get a call from a local vet there in Dallas to report that their cat had been found and identified thanks to a microchip. But then came the difficulty of bringing her home. Long story long, her boss has a friend in the area that he met through online gaming, and he described the situation to him. This led to the friend picking up the cat from the vet in Dallas, buying a plane ticket, and personally bringing the cat home to Eugene, Oregon.
Damn.
The gaming community wins again.
Yeah, I'd have been like, nah, man.
No. Hey, buddy, no.
I'll keep your cat for you, but I'm not doing all that.
I need a favor, but have you seen jet fuel prices?
Yeah, no kidding.
No. Men's Room Sports got basketball on ESPN and USA, hockey on TNT and True TV, and baseball on MLB Network. In spite of their struggles this season, the Mariners continue to go BTA on the Astros this season, having won 2 of the 4 in the series so far, with Game 3 currently underway over on Mariners TV. Spoiler alert, top of the 4th. Mariners are up 1-0. Keep it going, boys. Doing great. As far as your weather, looking at partly cloudy skies and a low of 51 tonight. Tomorrow should be mostly cloudy and a high right around 60. That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, it's Big Dummy and Mix Master Mike from the Beastie Boys. Yeah!
Nice.
Joining us on the program.
Mm-hmm. It's all true, believe it or not. In the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.